Like those 3D renderings of what Neanderthals look like.
Oh. I'll try not to be offended.
I think the only normal one was actually small drags.
Yeah, small drakes
Picture of a lizard.
look perfectly normal. That's what Ryan looked like.
Beautiful.
Oh man.
Is that guy really from Cannibal Corpse?
Yes, he is. That's exactly what he looks like too.
Neck.
Neck with 2 C's.
Oh my god! Is he the drummer? What?
He's the lead singer.
How have I not noticed this?
Oh, hold on. Kristen just got your camera back.
What? That's nuts.
I
Anyway.
love that. Neck.
So Danica met you outside, who is the wife of the owner of the Blue Water Inn, explained all this to you, and then essentially showed a secret path that she would take in and out of the village because she explained that raising 2 little kids with lycanthropy is tough, and so she would have to sneak out from time to time. And that's it. You're caught up. We're waiting on Jose now.
All right then. Well, that sounds like a lot happened. What was sloggy about it?
The battle went on for like an hour and a half longer than I was going to. So then I was like, "Here's all this exposition. Just dump it real quick."
There was so many enemies.
It was a rough time.
And do you remember how many enemies were in that battle? It had to be like 12 or like 15 or something.
There was like, I think it was 13, and Jose's like, "Oh, you forgot the roll initiative for that one." I'm like, "No, I didn't. He's not." I just remember like going to bed that night being like, I fucked up. Because I thought I didn't take into account the freaking damage resistant scarecrow it said. So
Damage.
I had no problems.
Are we talking about how bad of a DM Andrew is?
yes.
It's my favorite topic. Let's do this.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So we are now back in the village of Vallaki. Just a second. Danica did offer that if you guys want to go to the Festival of the Blazing Sun, if you're seen out in the streets, you're gonna kind of be kowtowed towards the where it is. She also gave you guys hoods because she says it might be raining later, and she pointed up at the growing storm clouds. And when you guys come into the village, you notice that there's actually not everybody, but quite a good amount of people are wearing hoods as well. Like they're all kind of expecting rain.
How come?
Yeah, the guards are wearing hoods, but they have it down to show that they're not afraid of rain. Yeah, so
Tell that rain who's boss.
yes.
Do we want to go check on Ireena and Ismark?
That's probably a good idea.
Or are we just done with that storyline now? Is that just like we're here and we kind of move on?
Well, the last when you guys essentially dropped off Ireena and Ismark at their parents' house, the priest there, a Father Lucian, said that the church is protected by the bones of Saint Andral, which gives it the effects of a hallow spell around it.
Oh no, I know that. I just mean like, is that kind of it on them?
Yeah, if you guys want to.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's
And
do it.
All right.
take her there, and then she's kind of out of our hands at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if she just kind of like, are we just like wiping our hands of that situation now?
Wait, what time is it?
It is, I would say, probably around like 11 o'clock right now.
PM
No.
or AM?
No, earlier than that. I'd say probably about like 10:30 a.m.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
let's take a nap.
I mean, you can. You do have time for a short rest before the Festival of the Blazing Sun. So you don't have time for a long rest. You have time for a short rest.
I'm pretty hurt. Should we do a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to regain some spells.
I'm all good, bro.
All right, so you guys are going to go to the inn.
Why don't we just go to the inn and like lay low for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Until it's, yeah, darker.
All right, hold on. I have to check to make sure there's not already your tokens at the Blue Water Inn, so you guys don't run into a clone problem.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure enough. Okay. Okay.
Turns out you're already there.
Whoa, man.
Which one do I shoot?
Are there people with masks on in this festival?
With masks?
Yeah.
You don't. You actually, that's a good question. Hold on.
Just thinking because I'm a giant lizard and
Yeah.
I definitely stick out.
With or without hoods, you know.
I have
Yeah.
my tail tied up.
Let me see if. God, you guys just want questions. I'm not ready. Hold on.
Okay.
Shit.
So we're taking a
No.
short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I have like disguise self for that one.
There's not. You don't see people in masks. What you do is that you see people with like kind of like headdresses that look like suns. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the face is there, and then there's like the sun around it. Those people look particularly miserable. And as you're going through the town, you see the guards are not so particularly like paying attention to the people. They're more like worrying about the goings on of the village and whatnot. And I mean, in terms of like the festival, like they're trying to make sure everything is organized and in place in time. Make sure everything's ready.
Okay. Awesome.
So you do still occasionally see the wanted posters. Lilith in particular says wanted for crimes of conspiracy and also threats of breaking wrists. But the rest just talk. Yeah, I did. But the rest is just like, you know, conspiracy against Vallaki and of course malicious unhappiness.
Mhm.
Oh.
So
I think we're all guilty of that one.
Weren't we asking this guys for something?
Oh yeah, we need to ask the hunters to get us like 10 wolf pelties.
Yeah, we need Arctic gear.
Yeah. We need cold weather gear.
Yeah, Howard, we need to get geared up for the mountain because apparently it's
Oh, it's cold there, right?
Yeah, it's very cold.
Casimir said, "If the wilderness doesn't get you, the wildlife will. So make sure you dress warm." So
And we should probably stock up on whatever else we can for the time being, arrows and stuff. I don't know if anybody's tracking that.
Tracking what?
Like arrows or provisions.
Are we no? Are we talking? Are we tracking ammunition?
ammunition, no. When you get up to the mountain, we'll deal with that
I got two
Okay.
rations.
because that's when this game becomes like The Last of Us.
Nice.
All right.
I mean,
So-
I have like a hunting trap and stuff.
So I was saying I'm gonna craft some more bow and javelins while I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I forgot to set out. Oh no, there's two writings on here. Don't.
Oh, I saw him up there. I don't know what he's
No,
doing. Up
I
there.
didn't.
The doppelganger.
He
I
looks.
wonder if we
He
could-
looks at you, and his eyes like close this way, and then he. Oh jeez. Okay. So the inn is busy, not with people, but with the staff. There's a lot cooking, stuff like that. You kind of get the idea that after they go to the festival, they come back here for drinks and whatnot. So really, the only two people that are here is the local haunts, which is the hunters. So yeah, what do you do?
All right.
They regard you not warmly but curtly. You know.
Yeah, we kind of met them before, right? Or they were just around.
Oh, yeah,
They scored us.
Oh yeah, that's right in the beginning. Okay.
Yeah. Just want to ask them, like, see you got back here safely.
Yeah, I know my way around. Zoldar's like, I know my way. So I've been through the shit.
Have you guys been to the mountains?
Yevgeny kind of does like the whole like ooh face, and Zoldar goes, we have been around the mountain and we have climbed it a bit for some game, but we have not gone any further than a little bit higher up than normal. Why?
We need to outfit our group for a expedition up into the mountains.
I see. So you'll be needing pelts then.
Just wondering, yeah, how many pelts are we needing?
Zoldar kind of like does the whole like sizing you up. Does the
He has a measuring tape for some reason.
yeah. There, Vesemir, hold out your arm. Okay, you got it. All right. I would say, depending on the pelts, if it's regular wolves, I'd say probably about 3 to 4.
Each?
If it's dire wolves, probably 1. So
How much?
Or how much for each? Because we'll probably need 20 pelts in that case. For regular wolves.
Tell you what. Are you going to help us with the hunt, or are you just going to set us loose and let us do our thing?
Quotas for both.
Because we have to worry about cost of ammunition, wear and tear.
How much is it gonna be? How much is it gonna be for you to go out and get some wolf pelts?
Per person, if you're not going to join us, per person, I'd say it's probably going to be about 100 gold. But
That sounds a little bit like retail there, bud.
there's 2 of us. He points at Yevgeny. There's 2 of us, and there's a lot of wolves you're going to need killing. That's our necks on the line. However, if you go with us, we will. I'll knock it down to 20 gold per.
How much for you to tell us where the wolves are?
I can tell you that for free. Just go out there.
All right, let's go, guys.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, just kill a bunch of wolves.
Oh god.
However, as you start to walk away, skinning them, that's the problem.
We can figure it out.
Ew.
we have small drags over here.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen my armor? This is wonderfully crafted by my own 2 claws.
Do any of you guys have? Yeah, you have bone crafting, but do any of you guys have skills in survival?
Yes.
How much?
No.
I have a 7 next to my survival.
Yes,
Wow, 7?
Yeah.
I have 5.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, then yeah, it might be enough for you guys to go. Do that.
Sorry.
Guys, I got this. I can make this all the finest armor.
Apparently, it can go either way. It's 50-50 over here.
Half of these pelts are gonna mold before we get there.
I am gonna warn you though. If you guys are gonna try and make pelts by yourself,
It's gonna take the entire session.
yeah, the DC is gonna be a little high. Whereas if you just bring them along, they'll just do it for free. It's an automatic pass. So it's really up to you if you really want to save $20.
I mean, how much money do we have at this point? Like, I've got 300 on me right now.
Steve actually sends his accountant.
I have 198 gold, 77 copper. Oh, by the way, Howard, you got 70 silver pieces.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, you guys are pretty liquid. So,
We can afford it.
I guess we'll take them along with us.
I
Drag them down.
suppose.
They know
Here
where
you
they're going. Yeah.
he
Are
goes,
we
well,
still
we're not-
doing standard exchange for electrum pieces? Because I have a
Yeah.
lot of those for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason this campaign's like, no, you guys are getting Electrum. I hope you like it. So
What the hell is Electrum?
what the hell? That's
Why
like
did-
that's like the $2 bill of D&D. Like who the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
uses Electrum? So it's supposed to be like, well, this area is really old, so we use Electrum. Like whatever.
Well,
So
one excuse you could use for that is that it's a silver coin, but Strahd doesn't want silver in the world. I don't know. Make some BS thing
Yeah.
up.
What is Electrum?
Electrum is like an off. It's like it's not quite a precious metal, but it's precious enough that you can use it for money. So it's more valuable than silver, but not as valuable as gold.
Gotcha.
So it's like I said, it's like a weird, like like I said,
$2 bill.
it's like the $2 bill
Yeah.
or the negative $14 bill from Gravity Falls.
Okay,
Um,
cool. Thank you.
So the hunters say, however, we can't leave the villages yet because, as you know, attendance to the festival is mandatory.
Oh, right.
Do they take roll?
Huh?
Do they take roll? Do they call everybody out by name? How will they know if you're not there? I mean, come on, you're hunters.
What they do is that, like, 20 or 30 minutes before the festival, they will actually send the guards out to every door, knock on the door, get them, all right, come on, let's go. I mean, it's like a weekly thing, so it's like just part of the drill at this point. So he's like, yeah, once we get this dog and pony show out of the way, then yeah, we can go hunt some wolves and I don't know, crack open a cold one or something like that. But until then,
What's this guy's name?
Erwin.
Erwin, we got your wine back.
I know.
I need my reward.
Here's your reward, and he slides you a tall frosty glass of wine.
Oh, interesting.
Wait
Yeah,
a
we get
minute.
free
Extra chilled
free Urban board here now.
Nah,
You know-
fine,
you know the
I'll
weird-
take it.
The weirdest thing is that I had some money set aside for that, but I can't, for the life of me, I can't find it.
What are you talking about?
That's awful.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. We had it locked up in a safe space, but
What?
it's all gone. Yeah,
The people these
Bananas.
days, they just have no boundaries.
I know.
Can
I
you
know,
write
and
it down?
He goes, yeah, I know, and then he gives you like a real quick side eye. That's like, I know.
You watched the whole thing.
he's got it on tape.
Alright, so what are we gonna do then? Are we just gonna like take a nap and then go to the festival?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll just.
Alright, I'm fully healed.
Are we all fully healed?
But we're taking a short rest so you can spend as many hit dice as you want.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are upstairs now.
Oh, there we go. I was like, it's dark.
I call top bunk.
There's no bunks.
I got this one.
You make a bunk.
I'm still down at the bar.
Oh, you are? Hold on. Oh yeah. 'cause
Hanging out, drinking some wine.
Oh, there's no boundaries here. I can go anywhere I want.
No. Nope. Like out the window. You take two
I
D6 falls.
I just went out the window.
No, small drugs, no.
I imagine Small Drex and Vesemir have a bed, but Taloxi's doing that thing where she just kind of sits down and just.
How do birds sleep? They just stand, right?
Like perched on one leg.
Billy. Perched down? I don't know.
That's what I imagine.
Snuggle and like put their wings over each other. But yeah, I think we just kind of crouch down.
you throw a blanket over Taloxi and she thinks it's night. So
The ultimate weakness.
the good news is every time the darkness spell happens, she gets a full rest. So
Oh, man.
Yeah.
that's not true. Don't quote me on that. I,
I'm writing this down.
You said it. It's law now.
I immediately felt that blowing back on me. Like no.
Got excited. That's good.
So you guys take a little nap. catch some Z's. Vesemir's doing that weird elven trance shit.
With my eyes wide open.
I'm also doing that weird trance thing where I just kind of like hang out in a room and rest. But I'm just like flipping through a magazine.
It's a trance, but you're really just sleeping with your eyes open. They just have to be mystical about it. So it's a trance. All right. So after some time, after you guys like, get your exactly 27 minutes, because that's the right amount of time for a power nap. Danica comes by and knocks on the doors, just kind of poked her head in like, hey, just so you know, guards are starting to circulate for the festival. I know you guys are not exactly the most wanted people here. So if you want, you can go see the shit show that's going to happen, or you guys can just kind of like crash in the barn for a bit and just kind of watch it from afar. It's really up to you guys.
I think we should probably go.
Yeah.
You think we should
You should
go?
go to the festival.
Like if they find us in that barn, there's
We
no way
have-
they're
yeah,
not
We have, but they're not gonna check the barn, are they?
I hope not. If anything, we have the element of surprise.
Howard just doesn't want to go in the barn because of last time.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I can cast disguise self and look different. So
But aren't you guys curious about seeing the festival? Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm down to go, but you guys are a little more apparent.
I stick out a lot.
Kanku and Lizard definitely stand out.
I feel like I'm immediately going to get noticed by the guards.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Does anybody have any sort of like I have disguise self, but I don't know if anybody has any sort of disguising.
Can you disguise other?
Yeah, right. No,
Plus
it's in the name.
It costs extra. It's a different skill.
No.
Hold on. No, you talk about yourselves. I'm checking some page settings.
I mean, everyone's wearing hoods anyway, right? So like, if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like a human, sort of.
Can we ask if there's some sort of I should ask. Is there some sort of mask that my brethren can wear here?
Mhm.
A mask or a
It's
sweet
like
hat.
he has like the long snout, but the
Yeah,
mask
it's
is like
Yeah.
I mean,
No
that
one will
would be
know.
like a surgical mask today,
She
right?
goes, you know what? Tell you what, I think I might have something.
You're like a plague doctor mask.
yeah.
Yeah, like a plague doctor mask.
Perfect.
People should be like a surgical mask. You see, like people with cold
Surgical
water.
I'm sorry. Don't touch me.
It's a
One
common
way to not
equivalent.
stand out.
Thanks, doctor, for coming.
We have a friend in our city. Wow.
Dr. Lizard. MD.
All the way up to the elbow. Don't touch me. She goes, yeah, hold on, give me a second. She walks down the hallway, you hear her kind of like rummaging through some stuff. She doesn't come back with a plague doctor mask. She comes back with like a raven motif like masquerade mask with like the feathers and whatnot, but like the really long beak and whatnot. And it's hollow, so it should fit the snout.
Excuse me, we asked for a doctor mask, not a.
You
regular
asked for
mask.
a mask. I provided.
Are
So,
we getting 2 masks or just 1? Because we got 2 people that might need them.
Do you have another raven mask?
she kind of looks at Talaxi like,
You're good.
just hold on.
Yeah, you look like you have a mask on.
Yeah.
There you go. she just puts a little like headband on you. Like, there you go. It's a mask.
Probably fine.
Guys, do you think this will work? I'm not sure about this.
Just don't talk.
Okay.
I mean, you have a beak, but your face is more normal than a lizard's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
I
my
mean-
concern, right? And then the tail.
Okay. Sure.
I said we
Yeah.
cut it off. It'll grow back up anyways.
Excuse me?
No. Small Drax's tail.
Yeah, small Drax tail, right?
You got-
Lizards,
You can't,
lizards,
No, don't get off his tail either.
I can't use that. That's how I walk.
you lose balance.
Yeah, it keeps my balance.
that's how I walk. And sometimes in really bad cases for food.
Sometimes I can balance on it like a kangaroo.
Oh, that's cool.
She's like, all right, just she takes the tail, just kind of wraps it around your waist. All right, you're good. So,
Like, get out of here.
Ties a rope around me.
yes, cinches it with a belt. All right, yeah. All right. So you guys are gonna go to the festival then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just in time because that song ran out.
Is that your
Perfectly
tail, or are
described.
you just really happy to see me?
All right. So
Bless you.
Oh,
Thanks.
snap.
yeah.
Oh, those
So
are
there-
like bad guys.
No. That's commoners. For some reason, that's a token for commoners.
I look just
You like what?
My disguised self.
So,
I
so there's a lot of people here. Obviously, I'm not gonna populate the whole damn street. But this
What
is
is
supposed
Strahd
to
even
be,
doing here?
he wants to see what's going on. He's like, hey man, never want to turn down a festival. So there's a lot of people here in the streets. There's guards here, and they are. Oh, I accidentally moved that guard. My bad. And they are protecting, watching over this stage, the sort of boardwalk stage that is built in the center of town. The Baron is here along with his family. Victor looks absolutely miserable. I mean, just
Who's this guy?
teen angst cranked up to the max. Alongside him is that man, the wine drunk man with the arm covered in chainmail.
The one with the creepy dolls?
Yes, the one with the creepy dolls. And he kind of stands back and a little bit to the right of the Baron, sort of like a Secret Service kind of thing.
Right.
Next to the Baron is a huge wicker ball that's in the shape of the sun. It's got the little like sun flares and everything like that, and it's probably about twice the size of him.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
So he starts out with a speech talking about how Barovia is bereft of their own son, and how the good people of Vallaki will provide their own. He starts out with a well, I'm so glad that so many of you came here, knowing perfectly well attendance is mandatory.
Right.
And he goes on to say about how his guards courageously driven out the scourge that was the agents of Strahd. And when that happens, 5 more commoners come up onto the stage, and they're chained up by the wrists and ankles. And instead of having the plaster donkey heads they normally have, now they have the plaster heads of the people your portrayals on the wanted posters.
Oh.
So Vesemir's has comically long ears. Talaxia looks even dumber as a bird. Smalljax looks terrifying because it's paper mache. Yeah. So and
Behind his whole neck.
yeah. Yeah. And Ryan's is just that much neck, that much face at the end.
It's taller than everybody else's. It's just like
Oh, and he has like a comically small shield, like hanging to his wrist. And when they get let out, the people are like boo, and they start like throwing tomatoes and shit. And the Baron's like, all right, we've had our fun. So he says, without further ado, let the festival begin. Under threatening skies, a parade of unhappy children dressed as flowers trudged through the muddy streets, leading the way for a group of sorry-looking men and women carrying the 10-foot diameter wicker ball. I probably should have said that before. The burgomaster and his smiling wife, who holds a sad bouquet of wilting flowers, are up on the stage. As weary spectators watch from their stoops, the ball is borne to the town square. There it is hoisted and hung from a 15-foot-high wooden scaffolding. The town folks take turns splashing it with oil. Before the wicker sun can be set ablaze, the sky tears open in a sudden downpour. And just immediately starts raining.
Oh.
A lot of the townspeople like gasp, not caring because of Baron, obviously, but because they know if this goes poorly, there will be repercussions.
Hmm.
And the Baron goes, "No fear, all will be well." And as he goes to light the wicker ball, the the rain actually he lights it with the sputtering torch, only to have his torch go out as he thrusts it into the sphere. So he's like, "All will be well."
Ooh, awkward.
Ooh.
A single person in the crowd laughs.
Oh no.
Just ha!
Just one.
Yeah, just one
I'm
guy.
just imagining our entire group is just like snickering.
Right, is like,
I can like hear the sound the torch made too. It's just like ha.
yeah, and when the guy laughs, it is like deafeningly quiet. Like you could hear a pin drop. The Baron reels to the crowd. His facade of kindness and warmth completely shattered at this point. You could see the petulant anger that he has, and he goes, who did that? Who dares laugh at my triumph? Good, didn't say it with a straight face. However, before got the music for that. But what was that?
What was that?
Anyways,
I'm gonna just say that was like the record skirt.
however, before before anyone can come forward about who laughed or whatnot, a man comes running from the side of the village that you recognize as the western part of town, screaming, "The church! Monsters are attacking the church!" And before he even finishes that sentence, 2 arrows just, and then a third one catches him right in the eye.
Oh god. What direction did they come from?
The church.
They
Like, just from the church?
Yeah, the gate that we came through. Well, that we were going to come through.
they came from above you. As you look up, you see a man in a hood with another arrow knocked forward or knocked back, and he looses it, and it gets the man in the other eye, and he's dead before he even hits the ground. One of the what you thought was a villager throws open his cloak, revealing a battle axe, and swings around and just catches the guy behind them in the chest. Blood just starts. You see a lot's going to happen here in a short amount of time.
I really wish I would have killed the burgomaster sooner.
You hear the church bell ringing in the distance in distress, and you see other archers from further away roofs knocking back arrows that are on fire, and they loose the arrows through the windows into other buildings, and the buildings start catching on fire. The townsfolk here obviously scatter at the chaos as the man with the battle axe just starts swinging wildly, just going for anybody that's coming even close to him. Immediately, the burgomaster is like freaking out, and what's up?
Go on.
And Isaac immediately does the whole like covering the burgomaster's head and starts to escort him out. The villagers are scattering now. They're just going wherever they can. The guards start. Hold on, let me get rid of some of these commenters here. The guards start to approach the man with the battle axe, and you you see one of the guards try to go in with the spear, and he catches the man in the chest, and the man just kind of looks down, looks back up, and then just boom, battle axe right in the neck, like almost decapitating him with the force of the blow.
Great.
And we are going to roll for initiative.
Jeez.
No.
No, keep going. I like this.
Let's see it play out. Let's see how this plays out.
We're just gonna hang back. We're just gonna watch.
I
Is
was,
there-
I was
is there
gonna
like a
cast
tra-
Sacred Flame.
Is there like a trash can around me?
Is there what?
Like a trash can?
It's not Disney World.
Yeah, no, what the hell? Yeah, a trash can.
Okay, like a barrel or something. A table. A chair.
I would imagine there's probably a wine barrel.
I
Yeah.
knock on this side and I just go, riot time!
Riot!
Ah!
You hear
Damn it!
Stuff at windows.
Slow riot.
you hear Isaac say something to the tune of like sir, we got to get you out of here. Let's go. And he tells the other guards, the ones that aren't dead, stop him, just hold him off.
The ones that aren't dead.
Yeah, well, you know. So
How do these things look?
Terrifying.
Their
Can I-
pictures are enough.
Can I tell? Can I tell if they're like any type of things I recognize?
roll me a knowledge check with advantage,
And knowledge.
just for Vesemir.
There's a
What's that knowledge check?
Yeah. No, it's
What's
just
the knowledge check?
it's just for Vesemir. Believe me.
What's
It's because of his class.
What's a knowledge check?
Oh, it's,
There's no knowledge check.
oh, sorry, history check. I'm using fucking 3.5
Wait,
E.
hold on.
Yeah, I recognize that, but I don't think it's.
You know, a knowledge check. Come on.
Yeah.
Are you doing?
History. Roll for history.
Wait, hold on.
No, right now.
Do it now. The Burgomaster and Isaac managed to successfully flee from the fight.
Okay, so I only have
Oh.
advantage on wisdom.
Let me go.
What do you say? History. Boop. Yay, intelligence, which is I'm not good at.
Not
Oh,
bad.
look at
Not
that.
bad.
No, it's okay because of your class, because I read it. You gain advantage on this because you recognize that the man with the axe, along with the man on the roof with the boat, is a vampire spawn. It is not quite as strong as a vampire, but they still wreak some chaos. All right.
How much do I know about vampire spawns?
You know enough that they are resistant to all non-magical damage as well as necrotic magic. And you also know that radiant damage is particularly useful against them.
I look at Ryan, I'm like, just like an Elturel.
And actually, as you're saying these, Rictavio is actually saying the exact same. He's like verbatim voicing what you're saying, except he's naturally a little bit more. What's it wrong for here?
Eloquent.
No, he's more like these guys are vampire spawns. You got to use radiant damage. Necrotic's not going to really work on them. So, all right. So this guy's going to go first. He is actually going to hold on.
Wait, isn't it Talaxia going first?
Is it? Hold on. Oh yeah, sure enough. Vallaki goes first. I forgot to reset the thing. All right. So Vallaki, a lot of stuff going on around you.
Should we stand our ground and fight, or should we run, guys? Or like,
It's a lot of archers.
yeah.
One archer.
Well, he said there's a bunch of them shooting arrows into the building.
Oh yeah, no, they're further off.
Oh, okay.
You could tell by the way they're coordinated. This was like a precision strike. Like they all just went at the same time, and they all just started like lighting fires in the buildings. But in the immediate vicinity, there's this guy here on the roof, and this guy here.
Also, Talaxia, remember that you can climb really well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is, I would say, this is a 15-foot high building. So if you want to climb, it would take 15 feet of movement just to climb up there.
It looks like we have like a little overhang here, though. Is that lower to the ground?
Yes.
So it's 15 here, or
The roof is 15. The overhang, I would say, is probably about 7.
okay, so that's a little easier then. Okay,
Yeah.
over here and then okay.
Yeah, it's like a halfway point.
Well, she has second story work.
Yeah, it says I can climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs you extra movement.
Mhm.
When I make a running jump, the distance I cover increases number of feet equal to dexterity modifier. But yeah, so,
Oh, I didn't know about that part. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
so I guess if we're gonna engage with these guys, if we're not gonna run away, then I'll climb on up there and try to take him on.
Okay, let's see. I don't think that's gonna require anything, but let me check just to make sure.
Do a running jump 15 feet in the air.
I have wings, so that might help a little bit too.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I just imagine her. She has wings, but it's like an awkward, like flightless bird. It's like,
Yeah,
Just flaps really fast.
but she makes it.
whatever gets you there.
It gives her like that little extra, like.
I'm done.
Wait, it says go to climbing, go to chapter 8. Where the hell's chapter 8?
Also, Alexa, remember to use your sneak attack as much as possible.
Sneak attack, sneak attack.
That's
Yes.
that's your primary output of damage.
Okay. And uncanny dodge to deal with it. Okay.
To dodge
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, so it just says climbing a slippery vertical surface requires an athletics check, but it's a house, so you should be able to climb it, especially with your thieves skill. Absolutely no problem. So if you are here, that would be your 15 feet of movement, and you should have another 15 from there. So you will actually be able, with your full movement, you'll be able to be face to face with that vampire spawn.
Wow, cool.
Can she sneak behind the vampire?
No, because he's kind of like overwatching this like area. He was looking at He was looking at this area here, so he's kind of got eyes like all
Oh,
around.
okay, I see.
So does that mean I can't use sneak attack then?
If you go around, however, you can.
Yeah, it would take longer, but you'd get there.
Yeah, and you would have to stealth against his passive
Yeah,
perception.
that's usually how rogues do it. Look, I have a vampire spawn on my end too.
This legitimately scared me. I could not figure out what was going on behind me.
You actually scare Heather.
A little bit.
Just like popped out.
It looked like something really like long was jumping down behind you, and I could not, like, my brain could not figure it out.
Oh god, I was gonna die.
I was like, why do you have a giant cat? I'm confused.
Ew.
Oh.
Like, oh. No, I was thinking like how weird cats are always jumping down behind him. So I was like, since when does Jose have cats? Sorry.
Surprise. More animals.
So if I do the sneak attack, then I have to wait until my next move to hit him, or no?
Well, because you're gonna have to move, and while you're moving, because it'd be 15 feet there, and it'd be 15 feet there, so you would end up here, but you would have to use if you're going that way, but you would have to roll for stealth while you're doing it, and you'd have to roll higher than his passive perception if you
So
didn't want to be caught.
it's probably not worth it. Then I should probably just straightforward attack his ass, right? Okay.
That's entirely up to you.
Well, okay.
I
I'll
don't think there's a wrong answer here with this one.
All right.
No.
Yeah, I mean, but if you do manage to sneak all the way through, your next attack will do massive damage.
Okay.
Because remember, rogues are not frontline fighters.
It's really more. Do you want to do damage now for less damage, or do you want to wait a turn to do more damage? So
Because you're also very proficient in stealth, anyways.
All right. I'll use my stealth. I don't really get to use it that much, so I'm gonna do that then. So I'll do more damage next turn. So what do I roll again to do that? I'm sorry.
just click on stealth. That should be on your skills list. That should be sufficient.
Oops.
That's good. All right.
Yay.
So within 30 feet, where do you want to go?
Is here?
There.
Was that within 30 feet?
I believe if you go, actually, hold on. There. That's. And then, So you would actually be, if you don't mind moving your token,
Oh, different.
you would be right there.
Okay,
So, okay.
sure. Let's do that.
So, all right. So now it is this vampire spawn's turn. He is going to. You see, he is actually. He hasn't really taken notice of you yet. He's a little too bloodlusty right now with the guards. He's actually going to come after this guy. Let's see. And he is going to attack with his melee attack, but instead of doing the melee attack, he's actually just going to run up to the guard and real quickly like bend his neck, and then he's going to bite the guard's neck. And he does, Jesus. He just immediately just drains the guard right then and there, and as he pulls up, he does the thing where he tears the jugular out with his teeth as well.
Jesus.
It is now this vampire spawn turn. He has noticed you guys, however, so he's going to take aim. He's going to aim for Righton.
Do it.
Ah! He actually meets it. You take 10 piercing damage from the arrow. As you feel the arrow go further in than you feel like it should.
You're like, oh, wait a minute. Hey.
It's like all the way down to the feathers. So.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. All right. This guard's gonna come over here. He's gonna try to attack the. Let's see. All right. So he's actually built up some courage, runs up to the vampire spawn and gets him right in the ribs. However, the vampire spawn looks at him with blood dripping from his chin, and he doesn't see it. It's like a mosquito bit him.
Well, that's concerning.
This guy's gonna be like, "Nah, man, fuck this," and he's gonna cut and run. He's gonna disengage.
Can't blame him.
Yep. It's like, it's okay. Is that the guys that like gave us a hard time to go into the mansion?
No,
Oh.
these are actually the guys that you met at the front gate. Small Drex. The village of Vallaki is burning around you as vampire spawns run through the streets, attacking citizens and causing mayhem. What do you do?
All right. Can I make it up onto the roof in one move?
No, because it for someone that doesn't have a second story work, it takes twice their movement to climb up there.
Okay. Can I make it up to this first the first level, the short one? You said 7 feet. I just wanted to jump up there.
You should be able to, yeah, because it's 10 feet here. Yeah, you'd be able to do that. You'd have some movement to spare, but not enough to get up onto the second story.
All right. I'm gonna hop up there, and will I be able to see this guy, or I won't be able to see the guy on the roof over here?
You wouldn't be able to see this guy on the roof here, but you can see the mayhem that's going on here.
Okay. I'm not gonna draw attention to that. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Just kind of prep yourself for the fight.
I'm to jump up there and get this guy.
All right. Is that your whole turn?
I'm reading how Glyph of Warding works. I just got this one. I don't think I can use that right now. Yeah, that'll be my turn. Just climbing up there.
All right.
Imagine you just watch all of that go down, and you're like, "Oh snap!" and just like,
That's my immediate reaction.
Just does the Iron Man thing and like armor just shows up. Ooh, no, the Glyph of Warding casting time is 1 hour.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, better start now.
Yeah.
All right. That's Amir.
So I activate my sword, but since I'm a member of the Ghost Slayer,
Mm-hmm.
the Order of the Ghost Slayer is actually the Rite of Dawn, which does radiant damage.
Okay.
It also sheds bright light for in a radius of 20 feet. I have resistance to necrotic damage, and my weapon deals 1 extra die of bright damage when I hit an undead.
Okay.
So the question is, are these things undead?
They're vampires. Yes.
Oh man, should have
These
asked.
are like the pinnacles of undead.
All right.
I could have
So-
saved everything.
I'm gonna help this dude out.
It's just like an Elturel.
It's just like an ultra. Yeah, I say that to Ryan and just activate my sword as I'm running off. Like we know what's happening. And then I attack
Okay.
twice.
Let's see. They both hit.
That's not fire damage. That's radiant damage.
I know.
They both get another d6. So bad. 14 radiant damage plus 17 slashing damage.
Hold on. Okay, so the radiant damage from that, it's like you see the sword cut in, and at first it's like nothing really happens, but then the radiant damage comes in, and his skin starts to bubble and blister and crack. At that, he actually screams out in pain, and looks at you just because of the audacity. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Righton, it is your turn.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna run over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Just because I think you guys got the bow guy. I think you guys can handle it.
It's like an ultra.
Like,
All right. So I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try the trip attack. See if I can get it to work.
okay.
So I have to try and hit with a weapon attack. So here we go.
That does not hit.
That does not hit. Okay.
No.
Strength saving throw. Okay. Never mind. Next time he's going down.
All right. So you go and you try to trip him up, but he actually brings the head of the axe down onto your sword, looks up at you and snarls, and you can see that his eyes are a solid plate of red. Like there's no pupils, no iris, just red.
Intimidating.
I have one question.
Yo.
Did I notice that my silver weapon did anything?
Not offhand.
Okay.
So.
Just so you know, my character's keeping an eye because he hasn't tested in a real monster yet.
Well, these aren't technically. Well, they are kind of monsters. All right, Lilith.
They're not monsters.
I mean, anybody can bite off someone's neck. You know, it just
Yeah, that
depends
makes
on
him a monster.
Anyways, Lilith. Before we start splitting hairs here.
All right. Can I see? So we have this one over here that these guys are taking care of. Can I see this guy from where I'm standing?
From where you're standing, no. You would actually have to get up on the roof proper for that.
I mean, he can fly, but feels like a waste. I kind of want to attempt casting Sacred Flame on this guy.
Okay. What's the range should be fine on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I mean, I can run over to here.
Oh yeah, it's 60 feet. Yeah, no, you're fine. You can actually move back a little bit, just like Hail Mary the Sacred Flame if you really want to.
Screaming up. All right.
All right.
But also, I have a new ability. That is my second ability called Radiant Soul, which is really dumb. But essentially, I get to add my charisma modifier to any radiant damage. So add 3 to that.
Okay. All right. So he didn't make his dexterity check. So as he's growling at Righton, you see the Sacred Flame build up, and it just gets him like right in the cheek. And it's just like you hear like the noise of like his skin again sizzling, crackling, bubbling. So there's a +3 to that 9.
Yeah.
You said okay. All right. So that is a hot 12. Okay, it's gonna be this guard's turn. Wait, no, he's dead.
You realize he's dead.
Yeah. Oh wait. Rictavia goes, just like an El Terrell. And let's see. He's going to. Yeah, he's gonna join Small Drax up here, and he is going to cast. He is going to cast Protection from Good and Evil onto Small Drax, which for this particular one, because it's undead, they are going to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Nice.
And you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So for the next 10 minutes while his concentration holds, you're gonna be protected.
Nice.
So.
Right. Useful.
Talaxia.
Finally.
I'm going to.
Wait a minute. No, just I heard Jose say he's finally useful.
I'm gonna clamber up and do a sneak attack on this dude that's up on the roof.
Okay, so let's see if you. Yeah, so if you sneak around here, just roll me just another. No, actually, you. Yeah, actually, roll me another stealth check just to be sure.
Okay. Shit.
Does anybody have inspiration?
No.
Fuck.
That's okay because if your allies are flanking him, you also get the sneak attack bonus as well. Because sneak attack is really loose on the ruling. So
Okay.
So the vampire the vampire spawn, shouldn't say vampire. Vampire spawn just kind of leans over, and again with the solid red eyes, and he goes, "I see you, bird." And this one, the vampire spawn that was mowing down the guards, is actually because he knows for a fact that Vesemir did the most damage. He's going to bring the sword around, or not the sword, the axe around on Vesemir.
It was nice knowing you all.
So I don't get to use my sneak attack, huh?
You take 9 slashing damage from the axe. God, why am I forgetting that word today? And then he kind of takes a couple of he takes like a quick jump back to sort of like.
What did Talaxia do? Sorry, I did I
Oh wait,
miss that?
no. Yeah, wait, Talaxia, you didn't finish your movement.
No, I didn't.
Or anything. Wait, go.
Shame on you, Andrew.
Sneak attack, yo.
Speak up, woman. I got a hard time.
I was trying to. Sneak attack. So what do I? Let's see. So.
Well, what you can do now is that you can just use your movement to just now get up onto the roof. Oh.
Yeah, that's Okay.
Okay. So it would take. Actually, that'd be fine. So it would take your movement to get up on the roof. However, none of those attacks hit. Or actually they hit, but the damage is not sufficient enough to actually hurt the vampire spawn.
What?
Yeah, he takes it with a grin, literally.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And the vampire spawn retaliates.
Wait, he already hit me once.
No, he didn't hit you.
Wait, I thought you told me that I took 9 slashing
No,
damage.
it hit me.
Oh no,
That was-
Vesemir.
Oh.
My apologies.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
no,
worries.
9 slashing damage.
As
Okay.
I was wondering, like, what happened?
So confused.
Let's see. What's your armor class, Talaxia?
15.
15. Okay, so he does hit you with a melee attack. However, he's not going to He's not going to hit you with a melee attack. He's instead going to grapple you instead. And he's going to bite down on you.
Oh,
You take 5 piercing damage and 9 necrotic damage as he starts draining the blood from your neck.
no. That sucks. Well, fine then.
This guard
Rude.
this guard bolstered by the fact that he now knows that these things can hurt and follows the if they can bleed they can kill it. Goes back in with the spear and again.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's brave. Yeah, it was a good roll. And does the 7 piercing damage. I don't have these on Whisper, do I?
No, I was like, wow, you're 21, huh?
Yeah.
You have the vampire spawns on Whisper, but not.
No, everyone's on Whisper roll. Yeah, and he catches the vampire spawn like in the arm with the spear.
Does it
Small
hurt?
drag. It hurts him, but he doesn't seem the physical like melee attack. He doesn't seem to be too terribly off put by that. Again, he seems more annoyed than in pain from that attack. So, all right, small drags.
All right, so I'm gonna leap onto the top story and cast Sacred Flame on him.
All right. Okay, I have to roll a dexterity check. Oh, all right. He does manage to make the dexterity save, but so he takes half damage, right? Okay, so he sees the sacred flames building up, and he manages to kind of dodge it a little bit, but not enough to really completely mitigate the damage. Vesemir, you see the wound that the guards have caused are closing up. However, the wound that you cause with your radiant damage still burns and sizzles.
Okay,
What do you do?
I will. Are you ready for this?
You're gonna hit him.
No, I'm gonna mark him first. But I can't freaking find it. It doubles my damage, my right damage.
I thought that means you roll another right damage die.
Right, now that.
Right.
Double.
Double it.
First one doesn't hit, but the second one does.
Nice.
Alright, so it's 10 plus 2d6 because of my radiant and my because of the undead and because of my mark. So here it goes. Wow, that's terrible. So 8 radiant damage, 10 slashing damage.
He's looking pretty weathered. He's not down, but you kind of see the realization that he might not be making it out of this one. Brighton,
Okay. I'm gonna smack him.
smack him. Just give him a damn good whacking.
That's okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to like try to follow through with it and shove him with my shield. I'm gonna do because I have like a shield master feat that lets me shove as a bonus action.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna assume you're gonna move up a little bit so you can.
Oh yeah. I didn't
Okay.
realize he backed up. So he has to make a either strength or dexterity saving throw against my saving throw.
Okay.
Beat a 16. Do it.
He did not beat a 16.
He goes prone.
Okay.
Freaking knocked him over.
You got advantage
Sweep
next
away.
time.
So I just kind of like swing my warhammer, and it kind of misses, but it like follow through with like a shield bash and knock him over.
At first he's like, haha. And then when he goes like, haha, he just gets the shield like right. Yeah, and he gets the wind knocked out of him. Lilith, you see this vampire get tripped up.
I'm just laughing and just like the wall.
The wall strikes again.
So good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
Like,
With advantage?
oh wait, don't forget to add 3 to that. That fucking 8.
Damn, 18. Beautiful.
Okay. So I don't know the rule for it, but I'm actually just gonna have it to where the vampire rolls disadvantage for the save. Because I'm making this up on the fly.
All right.
Even with
Yeah.
even with disadvantage, he actually made it somehow. He rolled a natural 20 and then he rolled really high for the second one.
Wow.
So he gets knocked prone and he sees the light gathering up. He's like, "Oh no!" and he tries, but he doesn't. And that, oh man, that's it's crackling over here.
Yeah.
All right. So what's Rictavia gonna do?
Probably cry.
No.
Go in a corner somewhere.
No.
Fucking Rictavia.
Rictavia was like, you know what? I don't want to help you guys. This is dumb. I'm just
Yeah, I knew it. He wasn't gonna do anything.
yeah, no, you know.
We wouldn't
It's fine.
expect any less.
A wooden stake. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want that to be like my random, like, haha, I have this thing.
So he's not going to be able to reach the vampire spawn, but he's going to get up next to Small Jax, and he's going to cast a spiritual weapon. So he has the spiritual sword kind of hovering over his silver sword. Alexia.
Yes.
All right, now it's your turn, and we're not gonna throw you under the rug again.
Oh, hooray. All right. Well, I guess I can't take it. Huh? What?
Nothing. Forget
Oh.
All right, so it's the vampire spawn's turn. And
No, I'm attacking him. He sucks. Fuck him.
okay.
Shooting him in the back.
Okay.
Right in the jugular.
All right, so you do get him with the one dagger, and you get him right in the shoulder, and he kind of looks back up at you. It kind of gives you a look like, what was your plan?
My daggers are silver, though. They should be doing stuff. Oh well.
So what you're telling me is that silver is not working.
So much time and effort was put into.
What a waste! Just like Rictavia.
It's like a myth, and we're like, oh, it's gotta be true.
Rictavia is like up on the roof, like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Does
Why?
anybody have some garlic?
I know, right?
Find out what the weakness is.
I mean, I have a couple wooden stakes. Some
Mhm.
silver.
Broken off chair legs.
I have a hunting trap.
Made of silver.
I have
Okay.
holy water.
All right, so this vampire spawn here, he's going to use 15 feet of his movement to get back up because that's what he does when he's prone.
Yep.
And he's going to attack Righton twice now. The first one does not hit naturally,
Naturally.
but the second one does.
Oh no.
And you take 6 slashing damage as he like goes in right at the right at your shin.
Not my shins.
Because he stood himself up. He's not prone anymore, but he's still kind of like crouched down. So he's just like, it's more like bestial and animal attacking at this point.
Is this one true weakness?
Yeah, my only weakness.
Why did I skip leg day?
It's like the one spot I don't have armor. Just my shins.
What are you, Achilles? So, Taloxia, you see the stab wound where that's a good song, by the way. Stab wound. You see the stab wound where you get the vampire. It just kind of like closes up.
Gross.
Put some garlic on it.
How do we kill these fucks?
Huh?
Oh, I just was a hypothetical question. How do we kill these fucks?
Rictavia was like, you gotta use radiant damage. They
Shut
don't. They
up!
can't regenerate with radiant damage. You
You just,
We are-
you're
we
like
already
30
know
feet
that.
away. You're like, shut up, Rick.
What?
Shut up, Octavio.
Don't tell me what I already know.
I don't have radiant damage. I can't do nothing.
Oh shit!
So
Wait,
he is gonna.
We wrote
Hmm?
down How to Kill a Vampire by Rictavio. Stab it with a stake, fill its mouth with garlic, cut the head off, and throw it in the river.
Throw it in a river of running water.
Water.
So if it's a damned river, I don't know what to tell you. You start splashing that water around. You gotta get some current going.
He's probably wrong in every count, anyways.
How
Huh?
does a vampiric body know if the river is dammed like a mile upstream? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
You can feel so.
Like if you,
Statistics of this, like how far is
I would imagine like a vampire's personal hell is like the lazy river on free pizza day. So, all right. Okay, so this vampire spawn's going to try to attack you again, Taloxia, but you do manage to block its iron sharp claws with your knife. Ding, ding.
Get out of here.
This dude goes just like an Elturel.
Who are you?
Were you there?
I imagine he's more like a teenager, so he's like just like an Elturel. Oh god! And he rolled a natural one.
It's okay,
Oh,
buddy.
God.
It's okay.
The boss is gonna kill me. Small drag. You're seeing this fight with Taloxia not go sideways, but it's not going the way you kind of thought it was going to.
Oh.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna keep the sacred flame going. So imagine I just kind of casted one, and then I'm gonna like bring my other hand over and like try to like strengthen it and cast again. Ooh, rough. Rolled awfully.
Okay.
It's like 15.
It's all your fault, Rictavio.
Oh, damn it.
It does. He did pass his dexterity save, however.
Mm.
So as he kind of dodges the radiant damage, he looks over at you. He goes, "You're next, lizard boy."
Come out, tasty.
Vesemir,
I'm gonna whack him.
you're bolstered by the pimply face of this adolescent guard.
Whack. Hey, we got a follower.
The first one does not hit, but the second one does soundly.
Oh, goodness.
Smack him. Wait, I still got an extra D6. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's terrible. I look at my totem like shame.
Okay, you see. Wait, I thought. Hold on. Don't you roll an extra d6 because he's marked and he's an undead?
Right, I forgot he's not dead. Hold on.
Yeah, you're welcome.
30 feet until the end of your turn. No, that's it. Until the end of my last turn.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's only
So
once. I can mark him again, but I'm not gonna waste it on this guy.
so you see the vampire spawn. He's kind of like drawing ragged breaths, and you see like blood that is his leaking from his mouth, and
You
he's
do bleed.
Raiden, if they bleed, you can kill it.
All right, let's do it. I also just remembered I have an extra attack because I'm a fighter. So go.
I was gonna say, you should have like 5 of these attacks. All
I
right,
got 2 of them.
that's both it. Let's see some damage.
And is he really old?
Who? The vampire spawn?
Yeah, is he older than normal? Looks
No.
like-
He's middle. He actually looks like a 30-some-year-old
Oh, okay.
guy.
You see,
But-
I can put radiant damage on any weapon. So if I hold Ryan's hand and we both hit it, he technically
Well-
gets radiant.
Please, can this be our strategy?
Yeah.
Here, let me help you.
I was gonna say the vampire spawn actually looks like a 30-some-year-old, but you can see like the veins run black from the undead curse. You kill the vampire. So how do you want to do this?
That's
Brutally.
on your back.
Okay, so I imagine you sweep the legs, he goes prone, and then you just boom, bring the hammer down, and just like fucking go Gallagher on him.
Twice.
Twice. So Jesus, Ryan.
It's always too much with me.
Ain't no kill like overkill.
Wait, so he's dead?
He's dead.
Set it on fire. Put some garlic. Cut his head off.
Yes.
Octavio's like, no, you got to stake him in the heart.
Shut up.
I'm just trying to help.
Wait, for real? Is that an actual?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
said that. I think you weren't here for that one.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, I immediately stake him in the heart.
And I cut his
Alright.
head off.
Holding the stake.
Okay, you don't have to cut the head off. Rick Tyler's like, no, you guys misunderstand.
I'm doing it.
No, just the stake.
Already crushed the head. The head, watermelon, it's gone now.
I still
It's
gonna.
I mean, it's fine.
Technically off.
You know, you guys are fine. You guys,
I stuffed some garlic on whatever's left of his head.
no,
Andrew, is it dead yet?
I'm gonna go get a drink, guys. I just imagine it's like it's not even like a mouth at this point, it's like a throat hole. And I was like, you know what, you guys, you're good. You stop, please.
Wait, do I have to crush the garlic before I put it in there?
No.
No,
I'm
you
not doing
gotta,
it. I'm not
you gotta
doing it
mince
anyways.
it.
Where do I put the herbs and
Yeah.
stuffing?
Yeah, exactly. Some rosemary and
Roast on
some
3
thyme.
3.5 hours.
We made Andrew run away.
Now you're cooking with vampires.
Everything's better with butter.
Oh,
All right, we're
my.
done. we just want to make sure that he's dead.
Well, it's dead. So if you want to, you can use your action to do other things besides this fucking Guy Fieri shit.
I just imagine him dying and we just do all those actions at once.
We're gonna take the vampire to Flavor Town.
Okay.
All right.
Way over here where I'm standing, can I see this one?
Yeah, now you can kind of see the scuffle that's happening because they're not trying. Also, because you're a little further back, but he's not trying to like sneak around or crouch. You can also hear the sounds of blades and stuff.
Flames going on.
You know what that means. Sacred. Oh.
Oh.
No,
What that
I should add 3 with my charisma.
Wait.
Yeah, Lilith throws like a girl.
He doesn't make it, however. So there's that.
All right.
He goes- the sacred flame hit him. He goes, what the fuck?
Snowball of radiant damage. So yeah, so 6 damage all in all. What's that get? Yeah.
The guy's looking around for like the mosquitoes. Like,
I'm apparently very tuckered.
so let me see here. All right, so Rictavio's gonna bring out the silvered sword.
About time.
Oh, you shut up.
Oh.
He does a crit. He crits on 1. He doesn't hit with the first one, but he does crit on 1. And because he has an ability where undead takes 3d6 extra damage.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ability.
he does, guys.
What's that called?
What's it called? What's the ability called? I don't believe this.
Yeah,
It's called Undead Slayer. So
It's fine. I
Yeah.
have one called Ghost Slayer.
yeah, see, hold on. Yeah, see, guys.
Wow, that's
Just cause reasons.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Fuck it, give it to him. So let's see. And then he's also gonna hit him with the spiritual weapon as well. So
Don't steal my
Ooh.
kill.
he's like, oh, I'm stealing your kill, kid. The sword itself doesn't seem to do that much, but the spectral weapon does. Because it is force damage. Talaxia.
Yes.
Octavia's here to save the day, finally.
Finally, because I can't do anything. Oh crap. But basically, I am incapable of hurting this guy, right?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
No, you can hurt him right now.
Oh,
Right now, you can even do a sneak attack.
oh, that Jeff is nasty.
Beautiful.
Yes, yeah, actually, because Rictavio is flanking, you can use your sneak attack now.
Oh, I can, and it actually will do something. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I want to do that. 3d6. Okay, 3d6. Right? Is that what I do?
I believe so.
Okay.
Hold on. I
Yes, 3d6.
Okay.
I really wish they would like.
Oh, but you have to attack first, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you hit anyway, so yes, 3d6.
Yeah.
Yay.
They both hit.
That's
Okay.
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Holy shit! What is that? 20, 29, 39. Jesus.
15, 25.
That's quick math.
I made a difference, guys. Yay.
You just punched a hole through him.
You want a calculator?
30,
Yeah,
30
yeah, I have to.
what's 37 plus 6?
Oh no.
40. Jesus Christ.
43?
That's a lot of damage.
Wow.
96.
Does this guy just explode?
What?
I mean, even if he takes half of that damage, still.
Yeah. Even though he has the resistance, just the fact that you go in, just start cutting him into ribbons. He's like, ah.
Oh, nice. Sweet. I like
Vampire. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh no, so I like that. I like that. It's good. It's good.
He did not see that one coming.
So he does get his attacks in. He's gonna try to retaliate on Talaxia. That's like cannot go lightly. The first one does not hit, however, but the second one does, and you take 11 slashing damage from his Columbus.
Okay.
This guard's like, whew, man. Any of you guys want to smoke?
That's bad for you, kid.
Just like, get up on that roof.
Yes, sir. You're my new boss.
Wait.
What's your name, kid?
Ron.
All right,
Oh,
Ron, let's do this.
Wrong.
Of course it is.
Fucking hell, Terrell. Oh God.
I told Ryan, it's like, this kid is way more useful than Rictavio.
Fuck, dude.
We're gonna have him join the party.
Ron has joined the party. What is it? 11 now? The only reason why this guy survived is because of statistics. All right.
He doesn't even have a class, right? He's just peasant. Like, there's
No,
no
it's
way.
like a guard is just like a guy that has like 14 strength, and that's it. And he has a
We'll
spear.
take it.
He's like the football player at your school at Tonka.
No, not even that. He has a +1 to strength. He has 13 strength. He just got really low.
He's like the Citizens Patrol that kind of roams around. It's not like an actual cop.
This is like his third day on the job.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Trial by fire, man.
I'm just doing this for the health insurance. All right, small tracks.
All right,
Oh God.
I'm gonna dash over to the side again and do Sacred Flame. I'm point blank, so hopefully this actually does some damage.
Grab his head.
Good roll. So it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Let me roll my dex. Okay, he does not take it, so he takes that full 8 right in the face. So, come on.
Question. To,
Enter.
to climb is 15 feet or the full movement?
It for every foot. If you're not the thief, for every foot, it's 2 feet. So you have to use twice your movement.
Okay.
So Vesemir, it's your turn.
All right.
You're seeing this going down. Ron is scrambling up on the roof because he wants to impress you guys now.
Well, just I'm running alongside Ron as this is happening, and I make it here. I climb, and by the time I get up there, I'm just.
That's why you don't smoke, kid. My side.
Right,
Right.
it's 15, and then I still have 20 more feet to go.
Yeah, because I forgot your class gives you an extra 5 feet. So yeah. All right.
I do that really awkward climb. I can't get up, my feet up.
You spend like a good 30 seconds just trying to hitch one leg up over the
While I'm still holding my sword so it doesn't go out.
you're trying to be really cool about that because you want to keep Ron impressed. All right, right.
Well, I don't have that ability, so can I make it up to like the second raptor?
Yeah, you can make it up to where Ron is.
Ooh, wait, can we rewind? And then Ryan goes to the bottom, and then he put his shield up, and then I jump on the shield, and then he pushes me up.
I'd have to go first, right?
Yeah. What would it
For
take
that
for
to
that
work.
to happen?
Yes, that happens. So, just as long as you guys stay perfectly fine, just
Everything stays. The result is the same.
Even though the actual jump was cool, me trying to get up was just like that awkward.
And Ron's like, just like in my comic books.
Like, yes, kid.
Lilith, you're watching these two guys try to impress a teenager. What do you do?
First off, I scream, "Your age is showing, guys!" And then I chuck a Hail Mary again of Sacred Flame.
That's Mary, your arthritis is acting up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chuck a Sacred Flame over there.
All right. Ooh, that is something.
Ooh,
Hold on.
plus 3, bud.
Mm.
No, he doesn't make it. All right. So this guy is looking pretty ragged at the Sacred Flame that just blasts like gets him right in the face. And why can't I get the freaking bubbles to pop up? Oh my god, it's annoying. Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame. All right, Rictavio is going to probably go in for the kill. I'm sorry, small guy.
No. The thirst for blood.
No. Yeah, he's gonna go in for the kill. So the Sacred Flame gets him right in the face, and then Rictavio just comes in, does the slashing, gets him in the throat, and then while he has a short sword in there, he's gonna quickly pull out a stake and just boom, get him right in the heart, and he just literally turns into dust.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the fight here is over.
Wait,
Yeah,
you gotta
well,
cut off his head off, and then stuff some garlic
No.
in there.
No,
I gather up the dust, make a dust head.
I start to pull garlic out of my backpack. Like,
I still have more
no.
save.
Rictavio's like, no. That's save it for the soup. I mean,
Have you ever had some vampire bones? Here you go.
it's a bone marrow. All right, so the vampire spawns in the immediate area are dead. However, you can still hear off in the distance the church bell ringing in distress, and you can hear the screams of Vallaki citizens and the discord and chaos around you. You can even spy from the people on the rooftops. You can even spy vampire spawns chasing after people and feasting on them or just ripping them apart as if they were wet paper.
It sounds weird, but can I just throw a firebolt at the sphere that was supposed to the wicker sphere?
Nothing happens. It's soaked right to the bone. It's rained for the past couple of days, and they didn't take into account the fact that wood absorbs water after a while. So,
Yeah, that actually worked.
however, it is raining. The rain is progressive. It's steadily getting heavier. but you could see just carefully coordinated buildings are on fire, and it's just Vallaki is just burning. You just see embers embers and smoke rising up to the clouds.
Right, we need to go.
We need to go.
We need to go.
Ron's like, where are we going?
To the church?
Ron needs to get the hell out of town.
No, Ron, you're coming with us.
I'm an adventurer now.
Ron, don't flatter yourself. You could die at any moment.
You'll be fine, kid. Let's do
Gonna work
this.
for today, though.
Ron's like, holy shit, you're right. I gotta get back to my family.
No, Ron, don't go.
He's gonna die.
Your
But you
family's
have a
already dead.
family.
Just keep going.
From the distance, we see him get picked up by one of the vampires.
No, that's how you become an adventurer. Your parents have to die.
Yeah, it's a dramatic childhood experience.
Okay. So, okay, in all actuality, what are you guys going to do?
Go to church.
Yeah, the church probably.
All right, Ron's gonna pull. All right. I'm just gonna bring you guys in. So like, oh no, just gonna bring you guys in so I can do a quick copy paste. All right. So I do apologize for stop it. I do apologize for this, but it does say, oh, there's no church there's no map available for the church, so you can just go ahead and use the map for the church in Barovia. So I'm sorry.
Wow,
All your
so
fault.
unprofessional, unplayable. I'm done. I'm sorry to all of our viewers. Sorry, last the DK.
The immersion is gone.
How dare you?
Say,
I'm sorry.
5% off there.
By the way, guys, we got another follower, just so you know.
Yeah.
Why? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm going
They don't
to
know
be-
what they get themselves into.
They really don't.
Are we there yet? Why are we still on this map? Oh my god.
Hold on, because you had to move your token around like no.
I haven't moved my token once.
Right, but then I messed the copy and pasting of it.
Look, Andrew and Heather left. It's taking so long. I mean, Howard and Heather.
Howard's
I
still
know-
there. Right,
I know
Howard?
names.
I know names.
So you guys do you do reach the church. You weirdly enough you do arrive there unabated by the chaos around you. There's just so much going on, and it's one of the situations where you're not. It's like nothing's going to bother you because there's just so much going on. Everyone's too busy doing everything else.
Seems shit.
Yes, the church, however, in the short amount of time, has lost its glory. The pane glass windows that did decorated as such have been not crashed in, smashed in. And the bell, I don't have a bell sound effect. I'm sorry. The bell is still ringing in distress. So, but the church is opened up before you now.
I guess we should rush inside.
Oh, hold on.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, that layer's gone. You guys can.
Okay.
Freely.
Yeah,
Oh
this
no,
church looks just like the one in Barovia.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was this the same architect?
What's the name?
Wasn't this guy dead?
Hold on, because as you do walk into the, you think so? As you do walk into the church, you see that it's just a slaughter. Like the pews are actually shattered this time, so it does work with the artwork. But there is just corpses like littered in the corners and whatnot, and you actually do recognize some of the people that you walk past. One of them was the groundskeeper for the church itself. His body is slumped over. Here on the altar, you see an unconscious Ireena lying next to the clearly dead body of Father Lucian. His eyes are looking up, gazing at nothing. Standing above Ireena, kind of towering over him, is a vampire son of Donovich, the priest from the first and second session.
Of course.
He looms over her, and when you guys enter the church, he looks at Vesemir, because naturally Vesemir is the first one, and he's and his eyes are those solid red plates again.
That was the guy who had the sun that was underneath the church?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he is also okay.
Yes.
Father!
They said this place was safe.
He doesn't respond in kind to that. He just kind of sort of like hisses and starts to go in on Ireena.
Okay, I rush.
Okay.
Smack him.
Hold on. What's everyone else gonna do? Hold on. What's everyone else gonna do?
Russian to save Ireena.
Smack him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like an El Terrell.
Just like an elder. All right.
I like to see I like the fact that Rictavio didn't. Oh, he is here. Never mind.
Yeah, he's here.
He's like barely here.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Now I know why you guys like to make fun of the NPCs.
It's great, right?
You guys are terrible.
You made fun of all my NPCs except for Dragonbait. He was cute.
Dragonbait was the best.
Yeah, Dragon Bait was
Peace.
awesome.
Interesting.
Okay, so Loxia, what are you gonna do? Brictavia's gonna rush in as well.
Yeah. I'll definitely be rushing in.
Even though I rushed. Rolled a 6.
So wait, my thing like glitched out for like a minute. So let me make sure I understand what's happening. What's happening? This guy's eyes turn red and
Okay, so this was the guy from the very second session of Curse of Strahd.
I don't think she was here for that one.
No, she was. She was here for that.
okay.
And this is the guy that Strahd like murdered right in front of you, like drank his blood, opened his throat, the whole thing, and then teleported out with the body. And you guys are like, "Oh, he's gonna come back." I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say no.
Oh my god. Damn.
Okay.
And then you say he was starting to like approach Ireena.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
No, I was gonna. That's why I went in.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to defend Ireena, so.
Okay. So everyone needs to roll some initiative first.
Running in.
We all rushed very slowly.
Okay.
Bum rush.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We casually walked towards Ireena.
Irene must have been
Like, Irene, wait, don't die.
I really
We ran on the way here. We're tired.
Just give me a second, guys. I need.
You got the side pain from running.
Ah,
a lot of Sacred Flames earlier. I'm tired.
I've got a cramp. Charlie horse.
Ah!
Oh,
Gotta work out my leg. Hold on a second.
Guys, get out of battle.
Okay. So as Vesemir runs in, the vampire spawn Donovich reels around towards Vesemir and he casts a sort of corrupted version of Sacred Flame, where instead of the flame coming downwards, it actually erupts up from his feet. So, Vesemir, I need to see a dexterity save. Okay, so you only take half damage. So you take 3 necrotic damage as the profane flame.
I'm immune to necrotic.
You're immune to necrotic? Okay, well, doesn't do anything. Good for you.
Wait, let me confirm that. No, I'm not talking out of my ass.
You just decided.
I'm immune to death, guys. It's fine.
No, I'm sorry. I resist necrotic damage.
Okay, so then you take 1 necrotic damage.
Ow.
So, ow. Stop it. Right. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run and smack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double smack.
Okay. That one. Oh. Okay. So they both hit.
Yeah, they do.
Give them that double
And
whacking.
then I'm also gonna shove with the athletics check.
Now you're just being mean.
You're extra not paying. You're like, he thought you were dead, man.
Who the fuck, man?
We warned you, man.
So, okay, he's actually going to use his newfound undead athletics, or not athletics, his
Whoa.
newfound undead dexterity to just completely evade the attack.
Still got hit though. Still matter.
Vallaki, yeah. still got a couple good hits in though.
Yeah.
That's all right. He's old. He's an old
Yeah,
man. I
he's
got
really old. Yeah.
this. I got this.
Oh, that's right. That's his preferred enemy. I forgot.
Vallaki, yeah.
I want to move in and smack him around too. So,
Smack him around with my knife.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yay!
Also, don't forget the
Sneak
sneak attack.
Oh, and the sneak attack. Okay, I roll 3d6. Okay.
Yeah.
Do 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 la 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 lee.
Ugh.
25. Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, he does not like that.
Good.
he is not a fan of that.
That jerk. That heck.
Yeah, fuck you.
Take that.
Wow.
And
That's
Wow, those were bad.
That's bad rolls.
That's bad. Ugh. I also forgot to roll for Octavia again. Yay me.
Fabio.
Did I hit at least once?
Hell no.
Okay. I'm so out of breath. I just okay, that's fine. I'll wait till the next round.
Baldrex.
All right.
What do you We're all hanging up on the priest here.
It's not because he's a priest, it's because he's an old man.
Yeah,
I was having to teach us lesson, old man.
That was my favorite from that session.
That was amazing.
Like with the bat.
Stupid old man.
all right, I'm gonna run in and attack with my warhammer.
I love the young people.
Give him a smack.
That unfortunately does not hit. He's somehow managing to just block these blows with his hand as it moves at an unnaturally quick speed.
The old man's strength.
That's what it is.
He has advantage against millennials.
I'm aware.
Lilith,
Throw a PDF at him.
I will force him to convert a PDF into a Word document via Signature.
So just give him a zip file. He won't know what to do.
why do I have so many search bars on my internet?
I don't know what's happening. I just kept opening tabs.
It says I want a free iPod.
Oh Jesus.
What's a spyware?
So that's 10, right? You still get it to +3?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Sorry. No, actually, he moves with an unnatural speed as he manages to dodge the sacred flame. Not fully, yeah, not fully, mind you, but he does take half damage. Oh, no, half damage.
I'm still like a nice bitch slap.
Half damage. Okay. So, Octavio is going to come up, and he's gonna cast the protection from good and evil again, but this time on Righton.
Oh man.
Yeah. So now for the next 10 minutes, the one on Small Drex, but now Righton gets any attack on him by undead gets disadvantage. Now, when this happens, you hear a familiar sound from the door of the church.
Oh shit!
Oh,
This
no.
the sound of an infernal horse whinnying as a but oh no, we lost Alex.
No!
No. As a poor oh no.
shit.
Mm.
What happened?
Lilith, run!
Stop!
As a portal from the ethereal plane opens up
Oh shit.
and in walks in a couple of familiar faces, just throwing the doors open. In walks in a couple of familiar faces and a new one.
Reconnecting. Oh, hey, yes. Okay, thank God.
Nice, I can see you.
Thank Osiris.
I can actually see you.
Nice. For a little while it lasts.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna move Cephalus aside. All right, so in walks Strahd, and following close behind him is Kirill,
Oh.
the werewolf alpha that you guys thought you guys dealt with. You see that now he has severe burns around like half of his face, like part of his torso, whatnot. And it actually has that thing where the burns cause one of his eyes like kind of bug out permanently.
Good.
He's kind of got a two-faced thing going on. And then this guy walks in. Hold on a second. That guy.
Strahd wannabe.
No.
I'm assuming this is the Dusk Elf dude.
Oh, Rahadin. Rahadin.
And
Minus ears. Right.
well, hold on. He walks in, and as he walks in, first of all, he has a swagger, naturally.
Oh.
Because why not? But you hear off in the distance the wailing and gnashing of teeth. And at first you think it's actually coming from the town, but then you're like, no, there's something going on here. Strahd says, so how are you enjoying the festivities?
I love it.
As he-
It's been a hell of a day.
This is the worst party I've ever been to.
10 out of 10. Too much water.
Hold on, I am rolling.
Oh no! Why are they in the turn order?
Because
It's
they're
a
probably-
role-playing opportunity.
Huh?
Wait.
No. They're part of this fight now.
Out the window. Bye.
No way.
No, get back here.
I don't like this.
No.
You
No.
probably. Hold on. I gotta make Rahadin have whisper rolls. I keep forgetting to do that. God damn it.
Strahd, can we take a quick rest for about an hour or so?
No,
Yeah.
Can you come back later?
you can rest when you're dead. Let's see. So, Rahadin walks over, kind of cracks his knuckles, and goes, Carol, you can take the old man, the bird, the human, and the elf from mine. And he brandishes the sword. And Vesemir, you notice that on his hip is a loop of leather, and on it is several dried elf ears on it. Hold on just a second. I have that too.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's
Vesemir. Doing this. Taking him down.
What's up?
Rahadin's going down.
So now we can start the fight proper.
No.
All right.
Man, I'm rolling for shit.
All right. So Rodney.
Is this a door over here? It's gonna.
No, it's on the
Can we bounce?
Get back here, you. Stop it.
Zick attack.
Rahadin's gonna waltz up to Raiden, and he says, "I hear they call you the Wall."
Some do, yes.
Let's see how well that holds up as he goes in for the attack. The first one crits. he brandishes the scimitar and he just starts railing in on you. You take 15 slashing damage plus 8 slashing damage from his attacks.
No problem. I got it.
No problem.
And then everybody that's in that little red circle needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What red circle?
Yeah, well, red circle.
You don't say red circle?
No.
No.
What? Hold on. That's weird. Okay, so everyone here needs to make a wisdom saving.
Hey, wait, that's
Wow.
me.
I was right here then.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't. No, you weren't.
You say wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Of course.
Oh, pickles.
Oh,
Ooh,
You know what's even more messed
Debatable.
up is I have +6 to wisdom.
me too.
Oh,
I have never done a wisdom saving throw past 10.
I have a +1 to wisdom.
sorry, I should say I have
Screw you.
+6 to wisdom saving throws.
Let's see.
Beware my wisdom.
So very wise. Okay, so everyone that didn't roll above a 16, the sounds of the wails and the gnashing grow louder and louder until eventually you also start to hear the sound of horse hooves and a sword. Everyone that didn't roll above a 16, that music's really loud. I was not expecting it to be that loud. Everyone that didn't roll above a 16, you get the mental image of Rahadin, a still picture of him on a horseback slashing upwards, and the blood arcs above him as he is mowing down his own kind, and the look of perverse joy on his face is something unlike anything else. Everyone takes 13 psychic damage, except for Raiden, you take half damage.
Oh.
Since he walked by me, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Smack him.
Smack him.
Quick stab as he goes
I
by.
would say only melee, correct?
Yeah, unless you have there's a certain feat the Warcaster allows you to use a spell instead of a
That would
melee.
be nice.
That's pretty cool.
Thought I had a fancy sword, but I guess. Okay, whatever. Oh,
I like how you crit with the other one.
that's
As
rough.
you
That's rough.
as you go into two things happen. You go in for the attack, and Rahadin just kind of doesn't even bother to he doesn't even look at you while that's happening. But another thing is that hold on a second. Yeah, another thing is that after he makes the attack on Raiden, he kind of sort of walks around doing some practice swings. Like, come on, I was expecting a challenge. Donovich attacks now, and he's going to.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Our original target.
Mm-hmm. He is going to use a necrotic form of guiding bolt, and he's going to hit Taloxi in the back for 13 necrotic damage.
No.
As black rays of energy shoot out of his hand.
No, I don't like that. I have 7 health points left. That sucks. Okay, fine.
Right.
Fine.
Okay.
The wall's getting torn down. What do you do?
Second wind.
Okay. What do you do?
11 health. Give me.
Oh, you do get 11 health?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Oh, that's an actual thing. I forgot.
Real thing. Okay, so I do that, and then I also
Square up.
pretty much I'm going to smack him twice.
Ooh,
Oh,
those
nice.
actually hit.
Okay. And then I'm also going to action surge and then smack him 2 more times.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a fighter.
And then I'll try to shove him. Just knock him over with an athletics check. Ugh, I doubt it, but
You
worth a
have a
shot.
+7 to athletics.
Yes.
Your athletics
was-
rolls are
oh,
my
man.
wisdom rolls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 4. Jeez.
Okay, so how are you shoving him? Are you shoving him with the shield?
Yes.
Okay, so you do actually manage to get the hits in. You get the first and second one in because he was kind of like doing the practice swing taunting thing. He blocks the third one with the shield, with his scimitar. You manage to get the third hit in, and then when you try to shove him with the shield, he actually jumps up and kicks off of your shield and manages to do a backflip because he rolled a nat 20 on his dex.
Oh man, I gotta give him credit for that. That's
I
awesome.
look, I was like, that's my move.
That's pretty cool. That you know.
He's like,
All right.
So-
Well, that used up a lot of what I have. So
Lilith, Carol is coming around the corner, and you can hear the sounds of his transformation, and the man that walked through the door is now the werewolf that hulks around the corner, and he wields a spear in his hand this time, and he goes, "No teeth, not this time. I want to tear you apart with my bare hands."
Again, he's walking by me.
No, he's walking to you. He's attacking you.
Great.
You take 13 piercing damage from the spear as he jabs you, takes it out, and then jabs you again with it.
Ouch.
I want to look at him and just be like, "Is that all you have, pup?"
ooh, that's racist.
You guys. You guys. Okay. Rictavia is going to be. Okay. So once again, Rictavia is going to pop a spiritual weapon. And he's going to be like, "No, Vesemir, help Brighton out with the Dusk Elf. Lilith, Smalldrax, I need your help with the vampire spawn. Taloxia, you and me, we're going to take out that werewolf. Let's go. Team."
Do this.
what?
And break.
So
He's
I'm going for
going
the
to-
werewolf.
No, you're going for the Dusk Elf.
You're
You
doing
don't
the
tell me what to
opposite
do.
of what he says.
I don't trust him.
Why don't you trust him?
He broke my heart.
Guys, come on. So at the sight of seeing Lilith getting stabbed, it's just a flurry of blades coming in, and he actually does manage to do quite a bit of damage to Carol. So let me see. He did just with the spiritual weapon alone. He did 18 damage on. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Strahd is going to use his turn to conjure up a chair and start reading a book.
Oh god. I love
Block.
them in the turn order. That's hilarious.
Galaxia.
I'm teamed up with who, and I'm going after who?
You're teamed up with Rictavio, and he suggested that you help take out the werewolf because he saw you just mercilessly laying down some werewolves back at the tower.
Okay. Well, I will do that.
Silver blades.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the werewolf. And I can't do a sneak attack because he sees me, right? Obviously.
Yeah, but if you are here, you'll be flanked by Lilith and Smalljack, so you'll still get the sneak attack damage.
Ooh. All right. I do that. I'm gonna do that. And sneak attack. And dagger.
That's both it.
These rolls.
Attack. How is this happening?
Let's say I rolled for shit all night.
And I rolled a 3d6. Yeah.
I
23, what up?
All right, Talaxia, now step back because you have like 7 health right now.
Oh, yeah.
Carol,
this
Carol,
guy's gonna attack you.
Carol
Oh God.
cries out in pain as the silver dagger rend into his flesh. Vesemir, there's a lot going on. The church is. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the church is on fire.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, it's just like small amounts. It's not like it's like a blazing inferno. But yeah, I forgot to.
Little bits here and there.
Yeah, just stamp them out. Vesemir.
I mark this Rahadim Puto, and I go from.
Rahadi's like, wait, why do I hear boss music?
Try to take these ears.
Okay.
Wait.
Betrayer.
Wow, that was a terrible roll. So 14 radiant, and then 21 slashing.
Oh no. Hold on. I accidentally typed in the number instead of minus whatever the number was, so he suddenly had 1 health. I'm like, oh no. What was the radiant damage? I'm sorry, just real quick, run that by me.
Wow. 11, 14.
Okay.
FYI, this was Talaxia earlier on.
Wait, let me see.
All right.
Love,
Small drag.
love.
Wait, did I hurt him?
Yeah, you heard him.
Good.
All right,
Yeah, no, when as your sword bites into him, he looks at you and there's like a fire in his eyes. And he's like, I thought I killed all of you.
You want to take these? I just show my ears.
just give him a flick.
Yeah.
That could be corrected. Right, small Drax, this party's getting crazy.
Oh, this guy's surrounded right now. I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on this guy,
Okay.
and do it at a higher level. Not cure wounds.
Max.
Oh wait. How do you cast at a higher level?
No, when you click for damage, it'll say.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter because it doesn't.
Okay, then.
I'm sorry. Just you going for the attack. He's like, no.
for the future though, now you know.
Eh.
All right. And then I'm going to move over towards this guy.
Okay.
And try to protect Ireena.
Bullet. There's a lot going on in a short amount of time.
Mhm.
You're getting stabbed. There's some other people are getting stabbed, and you're hearing screams.
There's a lot of
in your
stabbing.
head.
Ooh.
So
This
we're
is a
stabbing.
stab party. This is my kind of party.
Hold on, you said that I was stabbed. I think
Yeah.
this is the time for hellish rebuke.
No.
Ooh.
Oh,
Guess what?
no.
Oh
I
man.
agree to that because it works for fire damage too.
Oh, he made it safe.
Oh,
So that's 18 plus
21.
20 no.
is that the fire? Is that what that is?
I'm
It's
trying my
beautiful.
hardest. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's like a cascading rain of fire upon his head. Oh,
No, they said
Jesus,
that the
okay.
church was on fire.
Oh, I thought they were just little
Oh, it's really on
fires.
fire. Oh man.
It's really on fire, yeah.
Jesus.
It's everywhere.
All right. So
Yikers.
Lilith, that was your reaction to the attack.
Ooh,
So what
detail.
is your standard action?
Ooh.
You can tell there's an artist doing this.
Got all the different temperature flames.
So I'm actually going to cast more flames inside this flaming church.
Ah,
Even more flames.
just what we needed.
I'm going to cast flaming spear right between these two.
Okay.
Because, fuck those guys.
Okay.
So that'll be 16 damage all in all.
Is there like a save I have to make for that?
I believe. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've never used Flame Spear. I don't know.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So you gotta jump out of the way.
Oh, Rahadi makes that no problem. He was like, nope, no. So,
So he takes 8.
yeah. Let's see if Carol is as lucky. Stop drawing the flames.
Oh, look how happy this one is.
You said it was on fire. I also gave Strahd a chair.
Carol, however, is not as lucky as the flames start to eat at him. Now, another thing happens.
Oh,
Fuck.
I say some cool line about roasting werewolves tonight for barbecue.
That's important. Anyway, so you hear the sounds of a sword fight happening right outside, and from the closed doors, you see a vampire spawn get kind of kicked in, and he's sort of reeling from the attack. You don't see who the attacker is. Hold on a second.
It's Ron.
You don't see who?
Ron.
Oh, he's coming to hell.
I'm here to help, guys.
He's definitely dead by now.
Yeah, no. So you don't see who the attacker is, but what you do see is a short sword go through the vampire's neck, and then a long sword come down and damn near chop the vampire spawn in half. The vampire spawn falls, and in waltzes in Ismark, holding his two
Ismark!
swords.
yay!
My
He's
emo boy.
alive.
Oh,
He's-
what up, poopy pants?
He's panting.
Too close to Strahd.
He's clearly he is clearly done with this shit, and the furious anger in his eyes dwarfs the blazing inferno of the town behind him. He looks at Strahd and points the longsword at him, and he goes, "Strahd, this ends tonight." And Strahd looks up from his book, kind of amused, and he goes, "Yes, it does." And he moves aside his cloak to reveal a resplendent longsword of his own, which he draws. And as the sword reveals itself, you see at first it looks like a normal sword, but then suddenly tenebrous waves of necrotic energy engulf the sword like a black flame. And gotta roll for initiative on his mark. Hold on.
Ismail, you can do it.
Do it,
It's
Ismark.
hard to run.
I don't think he can do it.
I don't think
Dude.
he can do it either. I think he's Mark's not good.
No, I believe in
Dude.
him.
Do it, Ismark. I love it.
I don't know. I made some comments about whether or not their storyline was over, and Andrew's like, it's gonna be over.
I called him in his armor.
Okay. So it's now. I'm sorry, I wasn't. What'd you guys say?
I called dibs on his armor.
Right. Anyways, Rahadin's gonna focus fire on you now. Ooh, oh, oh, God, hold on, I got
Wait. Rahadin is on who?
on Vesemir.
Oh,
I ain't
Vesemir's
afraid of
next to
you.
me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give disadvantage on the next attack.
Even with disadvantage, he rolled really fucking high. So even with disadvantage, he still gets it.
Oof.
Vesemir, you take 28 slashing damage from the scimitar as it bites into you.
Oh my god.
Damn.
And right, Palaxia, Lilith, Vesemir, and Rictavio need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I'm good at these.
I'm not even.
Ooh, not good at these.
What the hell? I have a +6 to wisdom saves.
I did
My
better than
wisdom.
Yeah,
Technically, you failed it. That's a nat one.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, Rictavio rolls a natural 20. um, wait, Talakta, did you make a wisdom saving throw? Oh no, where's she going? Okay, so we'll just come back. Well, I mean, we'll just come back to that when it happens. Everybody takes 15 psychic damage
Ah,
from the wails of the Dusk Elves that died years past.
15?
15, 1-5. Rahadin,
I can do this all day. I have 2 health.
Rahadin looks at Vesemir and goes, "Do you hear them? Do you hear their cries? For the last 300 years, I've heard them. It's the sweetest music."
You're insane.
I'm just like, what? I didn't hear you.
Hey,
No,
what?
I spit the blood out of my mouth just on the floor. Just,
Let's see. Vampire Spawn Donovich is going to cast Inflict Wounds upon small drags.
Oh.
a taste of your own medicine.
No, no, that's okay. What is your what's your armor class?
My AC is 16.
Okay, good. Because you rolled a 17.
Wow.
Let's see.
Can I use a bonus action
wait,
not on
you
my
have
turn?
no, you have protection against good and evil.
No, I didn't get that this time. That was the last battle that Rictavio put that on me.
Well, how long does that last?
It lasts for 10 minutes per concentration, but he lost the concentration on small drags.
Hmm.
Can I cast a bonus action?
You will after you take your 33 necrotic damage.
Fuck, are you alive?
And just necrotic energy just sort of like gets soaked into your brain.
Ouch.
Ah, brain energy.
You said 33?
33. He casts it at a higher level.
My legs.
My leg. Oh,
Try to help guys.
oh, I forgot. Strahd is going to use his legendary action to make an attack on Ismark.
What is a legendary action?
A legendary action is that after everyone's action, he gets one action per. Yeah, but he only gets 3 per turn order. So it's something that's just for like boss monsters.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is.
know that.
It is pretty cute.
That thing I did to you in the Christmas campaign where you went pro and I like scooped you up
Mm-hmm.
and took you into Krampus's sack, which sounds so dirty. That was a legendary action.
Oh, okay, okay. So Strahd, he goes in and there's just this evil confidence about him. Like it's just he knows for a fact his attacks are gonna land. And he does, and he goes in and he feints, and Ismark does not see it coming. And he takes 19 damage from the attack that he gets as he feints, and then just boom, gets him right in the ribs with it.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Right in.
All right. So I'm going to use one of my superiority die and do a commander's strike, which makes Jose get a free action to attack. Go.
Thanks, Ryan.
And
I
that's
can do this. Just one attack or just my regular attack action?
says use a reaction, 1 weapon attack,
Ah,
+7 to your damage if you hit.
I hit. Oh, I hope I hit. Sorry, I just called that like that.
Well, who are you hitting?
Homeboy, this one.
Homeboy? Okay, yeah, that does it.
Alright, so that's
So
18 slashing damage plus 2. Oh, that's it, because I didn't mark.
So a solid 20. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just like, yo, hit this guy.
Just like an ultra.
Carol,
You're like keeping blood up.
Carol, learning from the fact that from the previous action, is instead going to pounce on Talaxia.
No.
Yeah.
That's his horsey, right? That's not another warrior or something.
Vallaki, you take 14 slashing damage. Or piercing damage. Okay, well then you take half that. You take 7. Uncanny Dodge does not undo damage.
Well, that means I'm fucking dead because all I have is 7 points left.
Ooh. You're
Again.
unconscious. Barely unconscious.
Actually, you have the first attack. So it says when an attacker you can see hits you. Well, yeah. So yeah, you have both of the attack. So you still take the 7. So are you down?
Yeah,
Hero
all-
is down, right?
All I have is
Vallaki, no.
Not
0 hit points left.
dead. Not
Hooray.
like. Do you make
No, you're not
death
dead.
save?
No.
Just
You,
unconscious.
once you hit 0, you got to make death saving throws now.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
thanks for that.
God, how do I do that again? Shit.
Your next turn.
Just yeah.
On your character sheet, there's a dead save button.
Ooh.
It's fine. Till actually on my next turn, I'm gonna heal you up. I can use a bonus.
Oh,
action
okay.
to heal you.
Yay, my savior.
I meant to do it last time, but I sorry.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So Rictavio, he's going to wield his silver sword, and he's going as Carol is like slashing at you with his claws. Now he's dropped his spear. Fuck it. He said he's going to do it with his bare hands. Fuck it. As he's doing that, the last thing you see before everything goes dark is the silvered short sword just come out of Carol's chest, pointing towards you. And he goes, "That's for my horse." And then suddenly you see the spiritual weapon come in and just lop his head off. And he goes, "That's for my fucking tiger."
Oh, Tiger died. I didn't know that.
That's not my horse. Sorry.
That's my horse.
Okay, Rick, have you. You're cool again.
He goes-
Don't mess
he
it
goes-
up.
He goes, "I don't need your fucking approval."
Ooh.
You know what? Fuck you, Rick,
Oh,
have you.
now.
About time you
We've
do
gone
something
beyond
useful.
that.
Jesus.
Okay, so
I feel like I should be like, I always thought you were a fucker, Tavi, but thanks.
Okay. Oof. This did not go well for his mark.
Poor his mark.
Or like dead smart.
Don't die.
No.
No.
Maybe.
Fuck.
What you see happen, several things begin to happen here. You see Ismark going in to defend the attack. Hold on 1 second. He goes into not the handouts, goddamn it, Andrew. What's that? What are you doing?
Thanks.
Okay, so Ismark goes in to defend the attack. He actually manages to block the first attack. However, you see behind Ismark from the smoke a mirror pop up behind Ismark, just sort of rising up. Lilith, you recognize this mirror. You know what this mirror is. And inside the mirror is a darkly handsome man with bloodshot eyes. Looks at Lilith, goes, takes out a knife and just bam, right in the back of Ismark.
Oh
This
no.
is why we're
Nice.
specific with our names.
Yeah, I was gonna say I expected that.
I didn't know, guys.
I saw that comment too. As soon as he said that we didn't specify who it was. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep. And it's not going to be the other random Virgo master
Nope.
that lives somewhere that we're never going to meet.
Hold
There's
on.
like 3 other Virgo masters that could have been.
Hold on. Ismark at the surprise attack, because if you get hit in the back like that, it actually takes the air out of your lungs. He goes down on one knee, and all he sees is Strahd looming over him with a sword, and he goes, "You keep your blade sharp. It's going to take more than that to put me down." And he goes in and strikes. And at first you think nothing happens, but then you see Ismark fall, and when his body hits the floor, the head rolls forward down the hallway, almost towards Rictavio. And then with that, Strahd whips the blood off his blade, just like how Ismark used to do it, and just sheaths it, and just sits the fuck back down.
God damn it. The traveler's gonna be pissed.
Well, at least he already paid us, so there's that.
The dying words, the last thing he hears, well, at least I got our money's worth out of it.
Nah, that sucks.
He didn't even get a turn, Jesus. I totally forgot about those. Totally forgot about those legendary actions. All right, back to the fight.
God.
All right, so now it's Strahd's turn. So he uses the rest of his action. He uses the rest of his movement to sit. Vallaki, I'm going to need to see a death saving throw.
How do I do this again?
There's a little box under your temporary hit points that says successes and failures.
Yeah.
It says death save. You can just click
Yeah,
on that.
but just
Yeah, you
click
just
this
click the word death save and it'll actually do it in the chat.
It's like on mine is like almost like hidden.
Yeah, it's
But
kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It's there.
Shit, I'm not seeing that.
So you see where your your hit points are?
Yeah.
Okay, down one box, and then down another box to the right.
It's a little tiny box that has like 6 dots.
Yeah, it's
It
got
says
bubbles
success,
in it.
failures, and then like
in the
yeah, it's
middle.
right next to the hit dice box.
On top of your weapons, attacks, and spell casting stuff.
Okay, yeah, I see total hit dice. I see successes and failures.
Right
Death
under
saves, right
failures,
below.
Yeah.
it's just said death saves. It's like almost hidden.
Yeah, it's like half blocked out.
I'm like not seeing that.
Right
Shit.
below failures.
Maybe it's not showing up on our screen because it's like
That
Yeah,
off,
but
marking that off.
Just roll a d20.
Yeah, roll d20.
Okay, all right.
Because if it's above 10, it's a success. If it's below 10, it's a failure.
and you can fill in the bubbles yourself if you want. There you go.
Nice.
Choo-choo!
Success.
Okay, hooray.
A little bit of life comes back into Thalaxia.
Sweating.
Let's back them.
Vesemir, you see the latest Burgomaster of Barovia get beheaded. What do you do?
That is a total of 27 and 8.
8.
Radiant.
Are you gonna move at all? Or are you just gonna?
Now, if I die, I die.
Okay. Okay. All right. Small drags.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, which I should have done at the beginning of last turn, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing on everyone. So all of us, including Rictavio, benefit from this roll.
Yeah.
All of us except for Octavio.
Yeah.
Specifically outside, just it goes around him.
Dice. Wow, that was lame.
Oh
Are you kidding
man,
me?
I am night. All right.
That was at 3rd level.
I
I'm
take it.
so
One.
sorry.
I'll take anything.
That higher level cast.
Wow.
It's just 1.
Don't worry, guys, I got this one.
1 times 1 d8 equals 1.
So I rolled a 1, and then the other 2 dice got 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got 15.
Well, I guess it's 15 total, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's, yeah, plus the 4. Okay.
Like, thank you, buddy.
We each get 15 hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great,
Thank
honestly.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Making sure I understood correctly. That's all.
That's the end of my turn.
So you're not unconscious anymore.
Yay! I'm alive.
Just like,
In all reality, Alexa and I are just like, Jesus.
It's more like a caw noise, though.
Lola.
So on his last turn, since he didn't move, he should have taken more damage from my flaming sphere.
Oh yeah. That's still
Yeah.
sitting there.
Okay.
Still sitting there.
No.
What?
No, he no.
It takes at least like 5 damage.
No.
It's so fireproof. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just saying. No. Not with that deck save, he didn't. God, I have like 5 fucking tabs open up here. Hold on a second.
Even if he makes his deck save,
Oh yeah, I
he
know.
can still take that.
I know. I'm just saying, like he rolled
No,
really
you're not getting out of this.
No, I said no. So, all right. Rahadin is actually going to move. Well, he can't move, actually. He's cornered.
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
So
All
he's.
the attacks of opportunity.
Let's see. All right. He's like, all right.
Wait, I didn't
No.
go.
Wait, you didn't go?
I didn't go. I just was saying that he's already had a turn, but he didn't move, so he should still be taking.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right, go.
No, you're good. So -5 for him, and then
Kick his ass.
I mean, I'll give him a little taste of his own medicine, and no, actually, just kidding. Fuck that. I can't do that right now. I can't. No. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame. So add 3 more to that, so 7 plus the flaming sphere.
I already took the damage off of the flaming sphere. And he easily makes that dexterity save. He does. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Sorry, fault.
All right. Rahadin, he knows his mark is actually Ireena. That's what he's going for. And he knows one of you has to get out of his way for that. And he targets Vesemir.
Do it. Do your worst.
Okay. All right.
I use my reaction
shall.
disadvantage.
Thank you, Howard.
You're welcome.
Okay. So
That's,
okay.
I'm using like I've used my bonus action, my attack action.
Yeah, I can't use any more of my curses. I'm just like running out of everything.
Okay. So everyone in that area needs to make me another wisdom saving throw. So that's Vesemir,
My
right?
proficiency doesn't even matter. It's gonna be under 10. I know it.
Finally!
12.
Oh,
there you
God.
go.
Hold
Look
on.
at you.
Vesemir,
Yeah.
you take 19 slashing damage from the scimitar. You're down, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. I didn't worry about the wisdom saving throw.
Bring it, bitch.
The one time you roll good, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Damn, straight up X on your face. Oh no.
Talaxi, I need to see a wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right.
We're both going down to Lexi. It's okay.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Blur.
All right. So, Brighton and Talaxia take 11 psychic damage,
Yeah.
and Lilith takes 5 psychic damage.
Uncanny dodge, motherfucker.
It's psychic damage.
It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah.
no dodging the psychic.
You can't.
You're like,
Your,
oh, this
your
can
brain,
attack.
your brain jumps.
Yeah.
outside.
I don't like that.
That's what tinfoil caps are for, though, right?
Is there
Yeah.
tinfoil here in the Forgotten Realms?
What's
Well, it's not silver, so.
Oh, can I throw my coins at Strahd?
Sure.
Fuck you, Strahd.
And then,
Holy hell, it's Strahd!
and then he's going to use his movement to walk. Fuck this. Hold on. Rick Tyler's going to get attack of opportunity on him. Hold on.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Also, Ryan.
Not with that hit.
Oh, wait, I get it too, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
you all get one. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, man, this guy's.
No, you're dead. He steps on your face. He goes, I'll come back for you later.
Bitch.
Oh no. He manages to, like, he just, as you guys are attacking him, he does that like spinning, tilting, whirling jump. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And just,
Yeah.
and just nope. As you both go in on him, he's nah, not with that dexterity. He ain't.
Jeez.
I roll, not Ryan.
Huh?
No, I mean I didn't roll yet. For
Okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Right.
That was just me being stupid.
it doesn't matter.
That's
No, no, still doesn't. So, so Rictavio goes high, you go low, and he just jumps and like misses both of them, and then tumbles through the pews over to here to collect Ireena.
Wait, he goes past us? I thought he was going backwards. Oh my god.
No,
Yeah, no.
no, Vesemir was just in the way. he just had to remove this obstacle.
Well, he did.
Let's see, what is Donovich gonna do?
I'm okay, guys.
Oh, okay. He's gonna cast Inflict Wounds again, and he rolled really high. What's your AC? What's your AC spell tracks?
18.
Oh no.
Andrew's doing the classic. Does a 32 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be an asshole. Sorry.
It's 18 now.
Okay. You take 21 necrotic damage again as he like just digs his claws into your chest and pumps the necrotic energy into it.
It's such a cool spell though.
Yeah.
Oh, it really is. Okay, Raiden.
Well, I guess I'm chasing after this guy that got past me with his smooth moves.
Nobody can pass the wall.
I'm
Well,
assuming,
did he have to slide by me? So wouldn't he get an attack of opportunity since he had to go around?
Oh yeah, sure.
oh, true.
Yep.
Give it a shot.
And I'm gonna call it out. That man just hurt me real bad.
Andrew doesn't even care. He's just like, you're not gonna hit it.
No.
No. Okay. Worth a shot.
We try, guys.
He does a thing where he jumps in between Rictavio and Raiten's sword, and then he power slides underneath the warhammer.
So it's on me, it's like,
I'm starting to like Rahadin. No, I don't
What
know.
is this guy made of?
oh man, I bet he knows about El Sorrel.
This guy is 400 years of slaughter. That's what he's made of. Okay, Raiten.
All right.
You just saw some of the slickest moves, and you can't help but be impressed by it.
I am impressed. I'm gonna run. I'm assuming this isn't actually on fire, so I'm gonna go this
No,
way.
it's not actually on fire. I don't know. And also, that makes it really fucking hard to move the token. So thanks to
Anything that's wood is on fire.
Okay, so who looks weaker? Can I tell? So-
They actually both look pretty sturdy right now.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
Oh
I
my
guess
God.
I'll attack him. Warhammer. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
Okay, well, athletics. Damn.
Did you get an extra hit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he rolled a nat 20 on the save. That second one does hit though.
Yay.
Okay, good. I'll take it.
He tries to do the backflip thing again, and you catch him on the way. Like, no, that's not. It was only cool the first time.
Warhammer's got to be my favorite weapon.
It's such like a like. I know it's a blunt weapon, but it's such like a
I don't know. It's just brutal when you think about it.
It's like personal. All right, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, Rictavio is going to see Vesemir go down. He goes, "No, kid, no," and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh wow.
What a nice guy.
This is when you find out that Raiten's actually his favorite.
Wait a second. Yeah, he flips you over. Wait a minute, I thought you were writing.
Oh, that's all right.
You
He kicks you.
Ouch.
You get 13 health back.
Yay.
Nice.
This is me and Rictavio right now.
That's the exact face he has, you know it.
He's just like holding you, and he's like, "Why, God?" He was so young.
You said 14, right?
Yes.
41?
And now,
Okay.
and now it's Strahd's turn.
Oh, shit. Go back down.
I am not looking forward to fighting this guy with 20 actions. And it's Strahd.
Oh, I forgot to do the legendary actions. Thanks for
Of course
reminding
you
me.
did.
It's sad.
Wait, this is not his lair.
Yeah, but he still gets legendary actions.
Not his lair.
Strahd goes, no, stay down. He's gonna cast Fireball.
God damn it.
No.
Wait, I have resistance to fireball.
No, you don't. Everybody right here needs to make me a dexterity save.
No, you don't.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Ooh, Vallaki.
Even if you make it, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Well, I think Talaxia with Uncanny Dodge, if she makes it, doesn't she get it? No,
No,
damage?
that's another move
Oh,
actually.
what is that?
That is something else. Hold on.
That's a rogue thing, right? They can avoid all damage.
It is a rogue thing, but it's not uncanny dodge. It's shit. What is it?
Something like that, yeah.
That's actually a really good one. If you can get that one, you are set. That's evasion. That's level 7.
Ah, okay, that's a good one.
So
Oh, I'm so close. Wow.
Vesemir, Lilith, you take 19 fire damage. Talaxia, you take 8 fire damage, but then you use uncanny dodge, so you take 4 fire damage.
I take how much?
4.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm unconscious again.
It's okay, me too.
Everybody's unconscious.
Those have been like
I get up
4
like,
seconds.
thanks, Rictavio. I yell all I want.
Rictavio, you saved me.
Oh! It's like that the last Coke from Balloon Shop. Oh!
I'm saved. Strahd's like, no.
Just kidding.
Strahd pulls the reverse turn order from the Uno deck. Okay. Oh, Talaxia, I'm sorry. You got to make a death save again.
It's okay, guys. I'll cheer you on from the beyond.
Your spirits will be with us.
At what point do we run? Because like,
Can we just leave, please? I mean, I'm dead. So
Okay, so that's a failure. So you're gonna have to mark that down under your failure.
supposed to lose this fight, just saying.
this is bullshit.
Vesemir, you're dying. Make a death saving throw.
If everybody could just like run out of this area, I can cast some higher level spells.
Let's go for it. Oh man.
No, like the one. Oh,
I just lift my thumb. All you guys see is just like a.
Andrew, the question is this where you want Strahd to end?
Hey, if we take the game and just make new characters, my name is gonna be Vesemir Jr.
Vesemir.
Vesemir.
All the same skills and attributes.
Small Drax is gonna be Big Drax. Right?
he's gonna be a
left
fighter
hand.
this time. Just a buff lizard.
Right is left in. It's Lilith's brother, Philip.
I almost want this to happen now. We all know each other too and got here the exact same way.
Yeah.
Just a different timeline.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Okay.
We all have mustaches.
Yes.
The exact same character.
And if we already have mustaches, the other one doesn't.
Right.
So, yeah.
Small Drax.
Everyone's imagining giant lizard with a mustache.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh no! It's got to be like the dragon thing where it's like
Oh yeah, the wiggly thing.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
Okay, Small Drax, it's your turn.
Alright, Small Drax sees what's happening to his friends. He's just gonna rage out, and he's like, I'm not going down without a fight. And he yells out, inflict wounds, really loud, and then casts it on this guy here.
Okay.
He's got tired of it. They both attack him with the same thing. Ooh,
Ooh. Okay. Let's see some damage.
come on. No whammies.
No way.
Ooh. Nice.
Ooh, unfortunately, he gets resistance to necrotic damage, but still, that's still really high.
I just
Confirm
imagine they're just like melting each other's faces.
They're like, "Ah,
Not you,
ah."
not you.
Ooh, that's still a lot of damage, though. I mean,
That's so nice.
37, so half of that.
God, it's such a good spell.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's okay. Are you going to move, or is that going to be it?
Wait.
No, I'm gonna die where I stand if it happens.
All right, this is the hill I die on. Lilith,
Just like an El Terrell, guys.
just like an elf.
Stay dead.
Jesus.
If you would have done that to Rahadin, he would have taken some serious damage.
I wasn't thinking about his resistance. I forgot he was the vampire.
Yeah, I keep thinking he's alive for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, the token is misleading.
I think it's the picture. He just kind of looks scared. He's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What's going on here, guys?
Oh, shit. Okay. Should I just attempt to save Ireena? Like, pull her away from this growing bunch of douches?
That's presumably what they're here for.
Grab Ireena and tackle her out a window.
Throw her out a window, yeah.
Like, can I grab her and then hit
Sorry.
this window?
Well, what's your strength score?
Not high.
Well, okay, what's not high? Like, is it like a 4? Like,
It's like a 10.
yeah, that should be fine because to carry someone, it's 15 times your strength score, and I would say Ireena's wide enough to, yeah.
Okay.
So, but that would be your action to pick her up.
And then,
I believe that's.
Is this like legitimately all in flames? I know this was all Jose.
It's not actually all in flames. Jose's just being annoying.
They're saying there's not a little fireman over here.
Fine,
Okay,
you know what?
I wanna-
I'll delete all of it. You guys
No.
can appreciate my art. I'm done with
a
this
little bit of
No.
That much.
every
Oh.
window has fire in it.
Jose's like, he can't. The tokens can't kill us if he can't move the tokens.
This big brain move.
I want to go up, grab Ireena, and then like head to this window over here.
Okay, so you're coming over here to pick
Yeah.
her up. Okay, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity by Father Donovich. Is that okay?
I'm not like going near him, just grabbing her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have that flaming sphere follow me.
Okay. So when you see that happen, Strahd's like, "No, she is mine," and rushes forward. His legendary move. He gets a legendary action. He gets to move his speed without provoking attack of opportunity.
Of course he does.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course he does. So
Does this say poop?
Yes,
why does it hurt?
I wrote
Yeah.
that. Poop.
So he's actually gonna like block your path here. So you go in to like grab her, and Strahd's like, "No!" and just like moves in.
Can I just like I'm gonna use the remainder of my action to just like move back.
No.
No. You take her hostage and pretend you're gonna kill her.
Ooh, that might work.
Ooh.
I'll fucking do it, man.
Got
Wait,
Hellish
wait.
Rebuke ready to
Can
go.
you move Ireena closer to
What?
me?
Why?
Rahadin looks back at Raiden and he goes, "Oh, humans are so short-lived," and he starts just railing in on you as well.
No, please, I'm fragile.
No.
I can't see in the dark.
You actually do manage to block the first 2 attacks, but the third one does come in, and the bite of the sword, it gives you 11 slashing damage. And then,
Hold on, I don't like the end. Then I think 11. I'll take it. That's all
no,
right for me.
and then Ryton and Smalljax need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I'm pretty good at that.
Oh,
That was almost a perfect 30. Jesus.
Oh,
I'm down. That's it.
Fuck.
you both take 28 psychic damage. The screams of the Dusk Elves.
It's all up to you,
How
Lilith.
far do you have to go for overkill? Because I'm at negative 22.
You have to reach essentially your max hit points, but
Oh, okay. No, I'm good then.
Yeah. No, for massive damage, it has to be from like one attack.
Gotcha.
So one attack has to do like all your health and then some. So you're fine. You're just under. Let's see. The vampire spawn is going to just simply walk over your bodies now.
wait, you guys are down, right?
yeah.
Both of us the same attack. Nice.
Yeah, he rolled 2 9s and a 10 for 3d10. That's like a perfect 30. And then he is going to he's going to go after Lilith.
Yeah, he's there.
Hey, you know
If I were Lilith, I'm like, nah, that's cool. Take her.
Yeah, like why do we care anymore?
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Oh, okay. So the first one, thanks to your new armor, doesn't hit you, but the second attack does, and you take 10 slashing damage from the hit.
Well,
And then Strahd gets a legendary action.
Of course.
didn't Strahd just take a legendary action like 2 seconds ago?
He gets 3 per turn order.
What?
So, yeah, that's how legendary actions work, Jose. Read the rules.
I thought he got 3 total.
I thought
Oh.
it was 3 per like long rest kind of thing.
No. Okay, so the monster can take 3 legendary actions choosing from the option below. Only 1 legendary action can be used at a time and only at the end of another creature's turn. The monster regains spent legendary actions at the start of his turn.
Oh wow.
That is-
Okay.
Yeah,
broken.
it's not broken. It's for
Okay.
It's
for action. It's for action economy.
Where's that feet? Where's that feet at?
It's
So
it's in his boat. It's in his boot.
Show me the stat block right now.
Dude,
Screenshot.
okay,
Screenshot.
fine.
No, I'm kidding.
It's right. I mean, it's right there. Jose, you should know. You've run these before.
Yeah, I know.
great. What can Rictavio do that's not just like protection against good and evil? Because he's not really contributing very much.
He's old.
I don't give a fuck. He has to have something more.
Well, he did kill the werewolf guy.
Yeah, he healed Vesemir for a quick moment.
And he's going to heal Vesemir again for a quick moment.
Oh.
Don't even bother.
No,
You're a
you
failure, Rictavio.
get back up.
No, please bother.
Please bother.
Please bother all of us.
Bother.
He's gonna roll up his sleeves and he's like, come on. Vesemir, you get 28 health back from the higher
Nice.
cast
Oh,
cure
yay.
wound.
Yay,
Hooray!
Just in time for Strahd's turn.
Another fireball because
No. Strahd's actually gonna go in for Rictavio. He is sick of this shit.
What class is Rictavio? Was he like a
a nerd.
cleric?
He's a cleric.
Okay. A nerd.
Nerd. Nerd class.
Yeah, he killed him. My turn. Let's go.
Hold on.
See the nerd class. It's just a peasant with like plus intelligence. It's
Above average intelligence.
yeah, like 11.
Yeah, not too much.
Oh, how much damage did he do? Jesus.
Nah, I'm gonna say 12 because 11 will be like a geek.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Strahd goes, I grow tired of this, and just takes the sword and just plunges it into Rictavio.
Oh.
Rictavio, he's not dead, but he's taken a lot of damage, and he goes down. All I need to see a death saving throw.
I figured out what was going on. My thing was zoomed in too far, and so it was hiding the death save.
Nice, someone's alive.
Boom! A crit.
Yeah. You come back with 1 health.
It doesn't matter. She does that awesome thing where she jumps up without using her hands, like right onto her feet.
Yay!
Why? You suck. All right, that's me. There's a lot going on.
Okay.
Lilith is trying to take Ireena out here, and Strahd is not giving up the ghost.
Yeah. So I am not known for running, but
Mm.
so what are you trying to do? You're trying to what are you trying to get out through these doors?
Yes.
Can you just jump out a window?
I mean, no, I was aiming for like a window or the closest exit.
But then homeboy can just move anywhere he wants, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did Ireena go?
Ireena's under me.
Oh.
She's carrying her. So I don't want to metagame, but
Strahd's like, listen, I don't want any more bloodshed, clearly. Just give me the girl, and I'll let you and your friends live.
why do you want her so bad?
Because she belongs to me.
Says who?
Says me, I am the land.
Um,
No,
guys,
you're a
Human
bitch.
being.
guys, at this point,
I
even
mean-
if I attempt to attack Strahd, I'm gonna like scratch his back. If anything,
Yeah.
you know, if I attack this goblin over here, then
God.
I may
It's a vampire spawn.
I may take him down, maybe not. Maybe he'll hit me for 32 damage or whatever he did before.
Strahd goes, listen, I need you strong. Go, give me the girl, venture forth, and get strong.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the girl?
Beating you like this serves no purpose.
What are you gonna do with the girl?
Keep her safe.
From whom?
Everybody else.
She's been safe this whole time. She's running away from you, hum.
She's been with us. We protected her.
He looks around at the blazing inferno, and outside, is this safety?
You caused this.
Yeah.
It's all your fault.
I caused
Your
this. because
horse is on fire.
My horse is on fire. damn.
I'm trying to understand you, man. Do you want us to free you from a curse or something? Because that's what it sounds like over here. You want us or strong? Do you want to sacrifice me? Is that what it is?
Sacrifice. Just do it.
Take me.
You know what? Fine. This is the unbutton your shirt.
Guys, what it sounds like to me is that even if we attempt to run away, he can just open a portal and like boo and take her anyways.
So,
I don't want to make a decision for the whole group, but like,
Boogity boo.
boogity
can we-
boo.
are we better off just giving the girl and then like attempting to get stronger, like he said? And then
That's
Yeah.
the legendary action. Boogity boo.
Character, there's not a fucking chance of getting her up.
I understand that, but
I will immediately run if you attempt to give her up.
I mean, there's no way we're gonna make it out. They pretty much one-shot us every time, and
I know,
we
I'm just
can't really
saying.
heal back.
yeah, I know. I'm just trying to.
Down dead.
I don't want to give the girl away either, but he says he's gonna keep her safe. Perhaps, and I say this out loud, perhaps we can find his weakness and try to kill him later on,
Yeah.
as when we get stronger, closer to level 11.
That's a
I,
specific level.
I'm currently holding a person, so I'm gonna ask the person that I'm holding whether or not that's cool.
They're unconscious, aren't they?
Yeah,
She's like, ah.
Ireena's not unconscious.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was unconscious.
When did that happen?
Definitely
When
not.
you first got here.
When we enter the church, she was already unconscious.
Yeah.
We
I
Oh,
thought
have
she-
no opinion.
All she says is Mark.
Ooh. He's a deado.
don't say that.
Dang.
I go up to Lilith. Lilith, we have been beaten right now. We need to give the girl so we can fight.
There's no way
another
out of this. Yeah.
He says you'll be safe.
I know. I do not want to give her up either.
I'm
But
bleeding.
But at this rate is 9:40. My bedtime's at 10.
Don't metagame this. Don't metagame this moment.
So he's like, what does 940 mean? What?
No,
God.
Vesemir is just trying is seeing what's happening right now, and even if you manage to kill the spawn over here, there's still fucking Rahadin who like took me down in like 2 seconds, and I don't know if Octavio can heal me another round because he's about to go down. Oh, he already went down.
Yeah.
Stupid poop head.
As much as we hate it, I think we have to do it.
Yes,
I think
I'm
so,
I'm
too.
just like we cannot win this fight.
Mm-mm.
We will lose this battle, but we will win the war.
It goes against every survival nature that Smuldrex has. He must
Same.
survive.
Same. The original mission was to save this girl, and we failed. This is not a happy moment, and
You guys are like driving the. I got you. Jesus.
I couldn't hurt Radine, you fucker.
Asshole.
I got rid of the drawings. I'm sorry. I was trying to move things around and I couldn't because of the drawings.
Ah.
Okay. Well, I say out loud that the travelers failed me.
Do you hear that?
I'm gonna. Are we still in turn order? Like, what are we supposed to be doing here? Because I don't.
That's all. That's only if you guys want to keep fighting. If not, we can just. Strahd says, "I'll give you an ultimatum. Either you raise your sword against me and die here, or you can give me back Tatiana, and I will grant you life. I will allow you to walk out of here with you and your friends."
Tatiana.
Nug, asshole.
Yeah, he keeps calling her Tatiana, and that's not her name.
No, what's her name?
Ireena.
Ireena.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done dying. I've died twice. I
Yeah.
literally have one failure left, and I'm dead. So yeah, I'm
I've gone
good.
down twice already.
whatever.
All right.
All right, Strahd. We'll play into your wishes. Take the girl.
I will walk up to Strahd with Ireena and look at her in the eye and say, "I will cut your heart out.
Whatever's left of it.
He goes. Better men have tried and failed.
But
That's good. 'Cause
so,
I'm not a man, exactly.
I am no woman.
I'm no man.
He's like, oh crap, you got me.
Yeah, Strahd's like, damn it. Shit, I even practiced that one too. And when you relinquish Ireena to him, he carries Ireena like a newlywed bride, very tenderly, very very securely, and he goes, "Rahadin, we're done here. Let's go. I know you're sad that your puppy died, but we need to go now."
Oh, that's dumb.
but I'm gonna slip a like symbol of the traveler onto Ireena. Sounds weird, but like a holy symbol. I don't know if that might come in useful later.
It might be. Rahadin's gonna walk past Vesemir, just kind of be like, "Hey, you did good." Better luck.
I couldn't hear you with my ears.
Oh, don't worry, I have plenty to spare.
Fuck this dude.
Fuck this, man. All right, and they are going. Strahd is going to.
How about this guy?
What about him? Fuck him.
Is he dying?
Just hanging out.
I hate him.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. He's gonna go with him.
He's going with him.
I forgot. I forgot he was in the crowd. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait up.
He's like,
And-
oh wait, huh?
I don't know
Oh,
what-
all right.
Can I just like put a stake through his heart?
No.
We all just
Why not?
stab.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Kill him.
Stake him in the heart. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
stake.
don't free hanging around.
I feel if we try to attack him, Strahd is gonna be like, "Well, you guys asked for it. I do not want another fireball on my face."
No.
On the way out, Rahadin makes a comment about how disappointed he was. And Strahd, just before Bucephalus takes him back to the ethereal plane, all you hear is Strahd say something to the effect of, I know. I thought maybe they'd be the ones to, and then disappears.
Whatever.
Lilith, move your token.
No.
Move it. Ah, we tricked him. She's still with us.
I'm
It wasn't Irene. It
I'm
was
not.
me.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I should have just disguised myself as Ireena.
And they have him take you. That would have been cool.
You just jump in his arms, like, oh, it's me.
Tricked you.
I forgot to mention the last thing you do see from Strahd is that as he's walking out, he kind of gazes at the chaos that's happening around him, and for the first time, and what is presumably a long time, he looks almost human. And you kind of get the idea that this is the battlefield general that conquered the Valley of Barovia. But they have since gone back to the ethereal plane. Rictavia does the thing where he looks at Vesmer and he goes, "Did we just lose?"
Yeah. We just lost, man.
Casting protection from good and evil and do something more.
Not your fault.
It's all my fault.
We take it out on Rictavia.
It's all your fault, Rictavia.
I can't.
Before we wrap this up, can I see if there's anything in the church that is of value to take? Because
Everything was on
obviously no
fire.
one needs anything here.
I mean, yeah, the church is on fire, so if you want to ransack it real quick before it catches.
Yes.
In other words,
If we all split, we can cover more ground. Come on, guys.
All right, let's do this.
can someone bring me back up alive?
Oh yeah, are we stabilized? What's happening?
Gosh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine you guys take the time to stabilize.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
Okay.
use
Yeah,
this on you
let's
guys.
just say we did that.
We're stable.
Stable.
And as you guys come back to the realm of the living, the rains have increased to the point that even though there will be substantial damage, the fires will eventually go out. So the last thing you guys see this session is the inferno slowly dying under the rains of a Vallakian sky.
I don't like it.
And we will pick back up from there.
Do we level up?
Man,
And there's
Church?
and I look. There's nothing of value in the church. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know.
that was
Had
awesome,
insult to
though.
injury, yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking epic.
That was a really
Yeah.
great battle.
I feel like I actually lost.
Oh wait, no. You do find some books. I don't know if that means anything.
Nice.
Oh.
Anything good? Any like spell books?
Huckleberry Finn.
No, they're
Is there like how to defeat Strahd for dummies?
vampire killing for morons. No, one is called The Hymns to the Dawn, a volume of Chants to the Morning Lord, and the other one is called The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in the war against Diabolist heresies, as fought by the Olmist Inquisition.
I
Cool.
just immediately toss this in the fire.
It sounds like light reading.
Well, not my god. So
Oh, I don't give a shit about
Go.
it. All right.
All right,
So-
hold on. Let me thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back next week. Our new latest episode of Talk About Opportunity will be out Friday. And thank you for sticking along. You guys have a good night. Bye.
See ya.